Alrighty, hello one and all. We are back after a two-week hiatus. Yeah, 2 weeks. Oh my god, it feels like it's been almost like a millennium. It's just been way too long. How's it all going? My name is Sean. I am 16-bit Glasses and your DM, and we are playing Lost Mines of Phandelver. Well, I guess it's called Phandelver and Below, but we're doing the first half to start with. But in Calandria. Oh my god, I cannot talk today. Exandria.
It's like,
but in Exandria.
Now in full 64-bit color.
It's now in 60 frames, I would say that.
glorious Technovision.
But yes, oh god, this is not going to be a good night. I think it's suffice to say, I think a few of us are a little bit off this week. We've all had a bit of flu, we've all been a bit down, and so, yeah, it's going to be an interesting session. I am keen to see how it goes, though. So without further ado, let's introduce the team. I'm going to go from right to left this time. We have our human sorcerer, Sylvain, played by Rainbow.
Hello.
And we've got our Grung Bard Rhapsody, played by Lobster Jess.
Hello. I do love on the night that you're struggling to remember things correctly, you go in the opposite order to usual.
No, because I'm trying not to get into I'm trying to make sure don't try and fall in a routine that I just, mumble my way through.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Our halfling fighter, soon to be gunslinger, Trey, played by Adam.
That's me, I'm in the middle.
Well, it's maybe a spoiler, yeah, I guess.
He's got a gun in the image on the screen.
He's got a gun!
Druid Kalishtar Dreamer, played by Alex, the plot hook.
That's me. Hello.
And finally, our Sorcerer Dragonborn, Flutebane, played by Ted.
Hello.
How are y'all doing, gang?
Oh yeah, living the dream.
Hi. Yeah.
I found out in our pre-talk that people hate Chris Pratt.
Well, he's a bit of a prat,
Hey.
Chris wanted that.
But no, I do agree. He wasn't the greatest in Mario. Either way, what's your take on Mario, gang? Let us know in the chat room. Topic of the night.
You're pointing at me. I'm like, what?
But yeah, who's ready for some Dungeons and Dragons?
Yay!
Ooh,
Absolutely.
me.
Am I right in thinking that it's been a fortnight for everyone here?
Yeah.
No, I experienced time at a different scale than you did.
No, sorry, I mean a
Say
fortnight of
that,
playing.
Ted.
Actually, have you guys been playing the real world?
Yeah, live action.
Live
D&D.
action D&D?
That's just
Yeah, well,
laughing, right?
Yeah.
We did the D&D.
The D&D.
Le D&D.
For myself,
Don't.
Plot Hook, and Lobster Jess, and Rainbow, it has been a fortnight because we have not been doing our out-of-session games, unless you guys have games outside of our groups.
Yeah. We have a game where we don't invite Sean.
Yeah.
We play that every day.
But no Sean's
I call that
allowed.
one real life and it sucks.
It's weird because
No,
you
they
keep
can
rolling
have
that
Put Sean in the group, but they're allowed one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's they've been rolling nat 20s all the time. It's like, oh, no Sean. We're just
Yeah, we're all level 20 as well. And
Oh, except
no,
for me,
I-
I managed to roll a 3.
Yeah.
But you have
I have
luck
also
points,
been
that's all
on
good.
hiatus because of travel.
Yeah. I think we've all been a bit here and there. Like, again, I've been highs and lows. I know Rainbow was feeling a bit rough last week. Lobster just sounds like she's had a rough one as well. So, yeah. Let's get back on the train. Let's get going and see where this careens us towards.
Off a cliff.
Yeah. A big shout out, of course, to Plot Hook and Rainbow Unicorn Phoenix for resubbing at the start of the stream. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, gang. To everyone who's watching, remember you can give inspiration die to the players just by using your viewer points. Basically, yeah, everyone can get an inspiration die. I believe everyone's on one now. I think we've all used at least any backups that were there. So,
I
Dreamers.
wasn't, but Rainbow just inspired me. So
Yes,
now I
sorry,
can-
that's what I meant. Yeah, 'cause I was going to say, except for Dreamer, who didn't have one, but now they do. So, we are all ready to kick my butt.
Mhm.
So, without further ado, let's jump into our recap, which I believe Flutebane has offered to do so this week.
Yes, I think. Right. So Dreamer turned into like a really cool, pretty spider and crept into the inn, while Rhapsody was singing Itsy Bitsy Spider And I was like really worried, but I was also nodding along because he's a really good performer. Sil and maybe Tree or both of them were playing cards, but they were also paying attention. It was like a focus thing. It turned out that the Redbrands had been hired to pretend to be mercenaries by Glassstaff. And there was a boss that he had, whoever that was, who may or may not have been the spider. They were talking about the spider, and so were the goblins, so that's something. Dreamer went through the dining room area, dorms, the privy, and then eventually spoke to the bartender, who was like, they're under duress. I've written Low Howl, aka Fern. I'm not sure what that's about. Anyway, they're going to meet up again if there's any new information. On his way, he got out of the building fine. She got out of the building fine, but then she was approached by some Redbrands. I tried to help. I tried to say, hey, are you done not being suspicious? But they thought that was suspicious. And anyway, they ordered us to get out of town, which we've actually done, but we did some stuff first. We went to chat to Lenine, and I think Trey started like a romance arc with her. We went to an orchard because there was an orchard on the map. I forget why. There was Darren, the retired drow adventurer, who belonged to the same guild of monster hunters that Trey belongs to, or is like aspiring towards, and can induct him into it or something. There are some ogres up north, but we didn't go there. We went to the old owl well, because there are some undead there that we want to sort out. But first we went to the blacksmith, where the blacksmith was very funny and we all liked him, and he offered to put together like this complicated apparatus for Rhapsody to play all his instruments at once, which I think is going to be awesome. I asked if he could put a holy symbol onto my shield, which I don't have, but I might. I mean, I have the shield. I'm carrying it at the moment. Dreamer wanted the morning star we got from what's his face, the goblin, the bugbear, to be smelted down into some jewelry as like a symbolic thing. I thought that was cool. Trey has these blueprints for a gun that they got from somewhere. Sil was outside doing card tricks for Bo, who was apparently really good at card tricks. He like read his mind. We learned a little bit more about Sil's pact and how his patron like has gives him jobs, but then ignores him, which is a bit mean. We gave some stuff to Silvar. Sil went and saw Jamisol and like grilled him about the questing conditions, wanting like equitable payout and fair stuff. That was really cool too. We went to go to see the undead to pay them a visit, but then we were like, oh no, it'll take way longer to get there without horses. So Trey sprinted all the way back across the town to get to horse. And then I made some kids smile, and I almost regretted doing it because I became very self-conscious. Anyway, we went out to go to the undead, and we shared some fond thoughts about Kuiper, and almost like as if we were trying to make someone out of universe sad. Dreamer took the first watch, and then I relieved her, not in a weird way. And she shared that she'd been having these dreams, which was ironically a little bit unusual for her name, but like she has disturbed sleep. It's like kind of a thing. I asked if there was anything I could do or if she wanted to explain, and she was like, no, don't worry, I'll tell you more when the time is right. And I was like, oh, okay. And then we talked a little bit more about nature and how I was feeling about fitting into the world into the wide world and nature and things. And I talked about how I was like feeling aligned with the purpose of the Wild Mother, and she reassured me that yes, there's you fit into the world. It was kind of vague. I was asleep for the next part, but still had a chat with his patron, and then Rhapsody started composing a song for Kuiper, almost as if in an attempt to make someone out of universe sad. And then Sean started narrating. The great voice in the sky, who sometimes seems to be telling us how we feel about things, started narrating how beautiful the composition in progress was, almost as if in an attempt to make someone out of universe sad. We woke up, still did have breakfast, and Dreamer commented that was unusual, and then still was like, there's another funny thing to do that's unusual, or don't do. And then we went to the well. It was the serpent that seemed to be empty, but in fact felt dead. I had hit this with my shield until I realized, wait a minute, I can't tell spells. And then Dreamer cast protection from evil wood, and there were a lot of zombies.
Amazing.
And that was a rendition of if Floodbane ever got interrogated and they could ask, tell me what you know.
That was amazing. Ted.
Jeez, wowza. Nicely done, Ted. Thank you so much. Yes,
Every week.
in... If you need to go get a drink now, I totally understand. No. Yes, we returned back to Old Owlwell, where our gang, having not so much crept up, but slowly made their way into the ruins, stumbled upon a nest of zombies. A dozen to be exact. To recap, the old watchtower and mounds of apples enclose a courtyard amid the rugged ruins. A colourful tent sits in the middle of the courtyard, but no one is in sight. As you step forward, one of these zombies turns to you and begins to growl. And we are going to go straight into initiative.
Woo.
Oh shit.
Good growl, Sean.
As someone who's constantly tired, it's the one thing I can do always.
I just had to reset my PC. Somewhat half crashed there. I don't know
Oof.
what the heck happened?
Oh, that was
Yeah, I saw
almost a
that.
20.
It says there's no combat in my screen.
Oh. Hold on a second. Let me...
Sorry, Rainbow, you don't
I'm-
get to fight.
Yeah, I'm still linked to
gotta
Kuiper, I
sit
think
this one
that's
out.
why.
You
Wait.
gotta sit this one out, bud.
Oh, okay, hold on. I think I know what's going on there.
Well, no, because there's a combat going on, it means you can sneak around the site and.
Yeah,
do
exactly.
whatever
I just don't have
until
to
you get
abide by
involved.
combat rules.
Can you right-click on your... can you go to the playlist and right-click on your name? And then go user configuration?
Yep.
If you do that, does it give you an option to then choose a different token?
Yep, just says Kuiper only.
Okay, is there a way to remove that?
Release character, yep. There we go.
And is Sil there
Done.
now?
Yep.
Alright, try that. And what I'll do is I'll remove you from initiative and add you again.
Now creep around and put smoke powder barrels everywhere.
Yeah, and there's no combat encounter for you. Currently viewed scene.
How about now? I just add you back again.
Nope.
Interesting.
Maybe refresh the page now that you've done the user
Yeah, I
stuff.
might just redo it again.
Okay,
Teleport to camp and do a long list.
this is what we get.
Exactly. I just don't have to
You
abide by
can't.
combat
One
rules.
of your party members is currently in danger.
Oh, just reload to save them.
I am going to remove Kuiper from your authorized options just to make sure there's nothing there.
Ah,
There we
who's
go.
using console commands? Oh, nice. There we go.
Enable God
Alright,
mode.
cool, awesome. Alright, so that worked that time?
Yep.
Alright, sweet. Well then, gang, let's get into this. We need some good music with this, I think.
It's gonna be rap battle, isn't it?
I haven't got rap battle. I'm using,
Rap
my system doesn't
battle.
have rap battle built into it.
Oh no!
I know.
A rare win for Roll20.
Well, no, I just haven't added the music myself. I can have any music I want, fool. Beat that roll 20.
Ooh, sounds
Do
like he's about
anything
to
if you
throw
want to
down.
break the law.
Ooh, that's the wrong one. That's an ambience. Let's do that.
Do you think I got the license to the Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack in order to run our pirate ship one shot? It wasn't a
Yes.
pirate ship,
Did you get sued by Disney?
maybe.
They seem,
I gotta
they
take
seem
all your money.
litigious. Mickey Mouse will
Oh,
break
boy.
your
Oh gosh, you can't use our music.
Gosh, Ted, you've been done breaking some copyright law.
you smack him out of the way.
Holy
shit! Oh yeah, this okay. The energy's coming back. Let's go. Alrighty. Alrighty.
That's it. Let's go.
Let's do this. Alrighty, start of the round. Let's see. It is the zombies' turn first.
Wild.
That seems unfair.
Critical zombie.
What did it roll?
Mm.
Very high.
Apparently.
Don't have to be
63,
a
sure,
nat.
that seems legit.
Says it rolled a 0.
Yeah.
How does that
Oh,
work?
so
Because they should have a negative dex,
Yeah,
shouldn't they? Yeah.
It
negative
actually
int.
underflows.
Yeah, that's what's happened. Negative
Yeah.
integer underflow.
Yeah.
That is weird. Well, it is what it is.
The initiative is now
256.
97.
Okay.
He's going so slow that he's broken the space-time continuum.
Well, it does move slowly. It moves 20 feet, shambling, and that's about all it can do.
Dusk making things worse for us. It's not going to take the dash action.
It wouldn't know how to do that.
Dumb.
You are
mean,
up, Sil.
We haven't done anything threatening to them yet either, so...
So, I am going
rolled
to
to
get
seduce the
into
zombie.
range.
That's a different movie, Ted.
What movie?
Oh, I'm sure there's
Yes, for
some
research
sort of...
purposes, Jess. Which movie?
Says it's not currently my turn in combat.
Really?
Oof.
Oh, what's going on here?
If there isn't a young teenage movie
Now, is it
about
show it now? Or is it?
falling in love with a zombie now, there certainly will be soon.
Oh, there definitely is.
That is so weird. Hold on.
Sil's broken.
What's wrong with
No.
Sil?
I'm sorry, we're going to need another character.
Oh god, I knew how to roll a third
Look,
character.
if he can't compete in combat, he can't die, right? That's how that works.
Because
Look
like
at the
weirdly,
flowers.
it's got the circle around you as well. It's got the spinning circle.
It just won't let me move.
That is so weird. Give me 1 second. Configure. Yeah, you'll definitely have ownership of it. Hold on, I'm just gonna try and do that. Now see if you can move from there.
Nope. Yep, so movement is set to combat turns, currently not your turn.
Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm looking into this. Please hold.
Technical difficulties.
I'm gonna release your character again and give you Sil again.
You are number one.
Alright,
in the
try
queue.
now.
Estimated time 5
Nope.
minutes.
Movement is set to combat turn, currently not your turn.
Can you just see if... What?
Arrow keys don't work, trying to move them doesn't work.
What about trying to cast something or doing something here? Hey Noel, how's it
I was
going?
going to do that anyway, so that's fine. So I can probably, I just want to move. I'll show you where I want to move anyways, which is just there anyway, so
Okay.
it's not too different. I'll target. I was going to release a Chaos Bolt anyways.
Ooh, chaotic.
Does it allow you to do that?
Yep.
That is weird. Ooh, Chaos Bolt.
Damn.
Alrighty, 23, I'm guessing it's at this guy here.
Yep.
That is a definite hit. For 7 points of lightning damage.
It can choose between them. I can choose between either... It's either 1 of 5. Hang on. It doesn't have it on the sheet.
No,
Bring it up
That'd be-
separately.
Doesn't.
far too easy.
Have my
1 on 5, it's acid or lightning.
sheet.
Ooh.
Lightning damage then.
Lightning damage, no worries.
Hey,
You spark a... Well, to tell us how your magic works, because this is really the first time you've done a major casting. So how does the magic look?
So basically the left arm that's outside of the jacket basically sparks up with some purple like lightning flicks through to the edge of his fingers and he just clicks his fingers out as this purple light hits into the zombie as it strikes, calling forth a streak of yellow lightning out to hit straight into the zombie.
It stabs right into its chest as the zombie itself sort of tensors up from the shock but doesn't really react to it being undead, taking 7 points of damage. You watch as that searing sensation around its chest where the bolt went through, just sort of like it begins to burn and some of its clothes go on fire.
Oh, I suppose it's a bit of a display of my power, and I suppose that's all I can actually do at this point.
Yeah, you still have 15 feet of movement if you want to do anything else, and a bonus action.
Nope, I'm a squishy boy. I want to stay far away from them.
Not a
He's
problem.
learning.
Oh, righty. As you fire the bolt, you hear. Actually, who's got a good perception here?
I do. I think.
Yeah, I would say Dreamer and Trey also being the closest to it. You hear a noise from the tent, like a what? That's its turn. Your turn, Trey. Wait, hold on a second. Why is the system showing its Flipbane
I don't know.
on the stream? That is weird. Whoa, and Flipbane can move.
Yeah. I think
Do you know what it might be? Maybe this zero. Hold on a second. I'm going to do something here.
I think the zero's
Your
messed
zero
up.
zombie messed you up.
Can you try moving your character still?
Yep, there we go.
That is so stupid. Something's going on with the system. Okay. Well, then that zombie's getting shifted down to just.
I would suggest it doesn't know how to react to negative initiative orders.
I think so too.
Mm.
That sounds
It
right.
did underflow
like
it.
a 1 with a negative.
There they
Okay,
are.
hold on.
Wow.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
So, boom.
Oh, we're not
Okay.
supposed to see that.
Then that. Oh, is it what?
I
Why has it done that? Come on.
don't know, but it's terrifying.
It's been a couple of weeks. We're getting the yips out. It's fine.
All right, hold on a second.
I have D&D without tech
Did-
problems anyways.
True.
We're winning! Hooray!
Look at them all go. Huzzah,
Okay.
they're all dead.
So,
The power
so-
of friendship. We've done it.
and that. Okay, now there you go, Trey.
That's me. All right.
Now they'll never win, Null.
I'm just gonna move forward to about here,
Mhm.
and I will. How far does this go?
Oh, so just be clear, the noise you heard is from the tent itself.
Yeah, I'm just gonna position myself where I can be ready to intercept threats from either direction, but I can see this one directly.
Mhm.
So, where are we? Crossbow.
All right.
Oh,
A 13. A 13 will hit.
yay! Low armored silly guys, I love it. So yeah, just like stepping out in front of the dreamer and it's sort of trying to stand in the line of fire and just aims and looses a bolt directly into the zombie.
It's straight into the clavicle as it sort of
I was thinking that for some reason.
continues to shamble forward. Anything else?
I think I'll leave it at that. Just sort of like ready the shield and be like, well, they're coming.
Alrighty. Floodbane, you are up.
Having realized that as I sort of point my staff at it and go to try and summon the magic, that the shield is just kind of getting in my way, I will take an action to doff it.
Oh, you can say, like, I'll allow the fact that you didn't equip it. That's fine.
No, I did. I definitely did.
Okay.
And I will quicken a ray of frost to attack this zombie
Okay.
as a bonus action.
Very
If
nice.
I can find where options are. Why is this so hard? Here we go.
Very nice. And Ray of Frost.
Cross target attack.
Very nice. For a 20, that definitely hits.
Damn thing. I pull the shield off and I don't know, it's in my inventory somehow. And then as I realize I've kind of wasted my opportunity, a sort of like spark leaps in my eyes and a blast of blue crackling energy shoots out from between my fingers and smites the zombie in its general chest area.
The zombie begins to stumble forward, and as you do so, you cast this frost on it. You watch as the ice just hits this frost, this undead being as it begins to just stop in place, freezing, and no longer active.
Wow.
Yeah. That's my turn.
Okie dokie. Oops. Oh, you pressed next turn. Okay, got ya.
Yeah, I did, sorry.
Oh, good. Alrighty. You see coming around a corner another zombie as it begins to shamble forwards. Dreamer, you're up.
All right. As much as I appreciate Trey putting himself in the line of fire, I am going to step directly in front of him.
New party, who dis?
Indeed. We're tanking this one.
Ooh.
Dreamer will unsheath the shillelagh sickle, glowing razor sharp, and take a swing. Oops, that was the wrong button. Bear with me.
Where's the bear?
That's got 3 sorts of points left.
An 18 hits. You get the sense that these guys are just... They are no match for any attack that really hits them.
They just have a bunch of hit points.
Yeah, they are. They do all look pretty ragged, though. They don't look too strong.
Okay.
7 points. No worries. As you slice through with your sickle, it's moonlight glowing off it, almost creating like an almost crescent arc as it swings. You watch as it slices through and a limb falls off.
Disgusting.
Anything
Any
else?
limb in particular?
No, nothing else.
Dreamer's choice.
Both of its legs.
It loses its kneecap.
Just the knee. It keeps the leg beneath it.
Yeah, the sinew just holds it there, so it's sort of just dragging.
Gross.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Ew.
A zombie moves forward. Another zombie moves forward. A third zombie moves forward. And will strike at Dreamer.
At disadvantage, please.
Disadvantage?
Because I have protection from evil and good up.
Oh.
So they all have disadvantage on me. Against me.
Very good. Alrighty then. Where's my... I didn't hit it. A disadvantage. Does a 16 hit?
16 hits. 16 is my AC.
Wow, you got the other roll was a nat 20.
Well, negated the crit.
For sure. You take 7 points of damage, bludgeoning damage, as this one just sort of comes in and just gives you almost like a right hook, but like in the slowest forms, it's just the impact is still strong.
What a dick.
And that is its turn. You hear in the tent, sort of like a clambering, as it sounds like someone's trying to get out of bed or get up from an upright position. It's like, oh, no, wait. You are up, Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir, we're fighting the zombies.
Definitely move first. What am I gonna do? All right. I'm gonna keep moving my full movement here.
Mm-hmm.
And then And then I'm going to look over at Trey.
that's
And,
me.
yeah. I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
Did you hear about the dyslexic zombie?
I did not hear about the dyslexic zombie.
He only eats Brian's.
Yeah.
Wah, wah. And you can have a bardic inspiration for that.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I haven't got my soundboard fixed up yet since I moved my room, so I can't do that. Let me see if I can get it up still.
And that'll be my turn.
No, I don't have it ready. Never mind. Very good. Also, it's a bardic inspiration to Trey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okie dokie.
Gosh.
A swarm of zombies begins to pour around the entrance of the this dilapidated tower. Again, the tower itself is only maybe about 5 to 10 feet tall in the walls. Some lower, some higher. But nonetheless, they shamble outwards. It's like every other zombie's turn now, so I just gotta remove them all. Syl, you are up with Trey on deck.
A fireball hidden up your sleeve there, Syl?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to actually take. Why can I not move? Can't move again.
Oh wait, hold on, that's the start of the turn. It hasn't selected you. There we go.
There we go.
I don't know why it does that. I gotta figure out how to
Against
change
all
that.
better judgment, Syl is actually going to walk up to the zombies.
Oh.
He's going to flick off the coat from his right arm, and as he does, you notice that along his right arm is a series of deep gashes and wounds. His flesh seems to be barely hanging onto bone. There is deep third-degree burns and pot marks and scars all along it.
God,
Walks
are you
up.
a zombie too?
Extends his right hand, and in a 15-foot cone is going to cast Burning Hands.
What?
Ooh.
Really, you just can't ask people if they're zombies. That's rude.
Very nice. And Indiana Jones Ambrose, sorry to hear your internet sucks, mate. I hope everything's going well. Yeah, sorry I haven't been chatty either. I'll try and get in touch with you all for the Wildlight stuff, probably Witchlight stuff in probably the next week or two. But yeah, hope you're doing well. Hope the family's well.
I think that's probably a sentence from me, doesn't it?
Yep.
There we go. All 4 of them.
Very nice.
Whoa.
Really?
Alrighty. What do they have to roll for this?
Dexterity saving throw.
Alrighty. Dexterity saving throw.
Famously dexterous creatures, the zombie.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Being
good
so
point.
dexterous is how they actually broke the system earlier.
Mm.
We suspect.
That's true.
Might argue.
Saving. Normal. Yeah, no, I'm not even going to ask you what your DC is because they definitely all failed. Go ahead, roll damage.
Hey,
Damn.
Wow, that's
9
exactly
points of
even.
damage. Nice.
Hey, look, mid's better than a low roll, so you
Yep.
know.
Mm-hmm.
You watch as the 4 of them just all catch in flames. One of them, I think the one right in front of you, Dreamer, burning to a crisp as you just start to see the skull and interior begin to just show as it collapses to the ground.
Oh, they smell horrible.
As you all hear this whooshing sound coming from Syl, to clarify as well, his arm, which is all scarred and pockmarked, also sort of has almost ember-like flames begin to sort of glow from the arm.
Oh.
Right arm pretty much ignites as he launches it out from his hand.
A man bursts through the entrance of his tent. He is a red cloaked man, not bald but shaved head, and different symbols carved into his face and arms.
Ooh.
As he bursts out, he's like, What's the meaning of this? Stop! Please, stop! No more! No more! And you see, like, he sort of gestures, and he's, like, gesturing both to you and the zombies. It is your turn, Trey.
Well, that's confusing. I suppose I'd be rather taken aback by this. But why? Zombies. Zombies, obviously.
But put the weapons down. I promise you no harm. He's
okay.
Hands are outstretched, like in a sign of surrender as well.
Are the zombies reacting to this?
Give me a perception check. You look around, and you can sort of see that as his hands go up, they do sort of slow a little bit.
Maybe.
Okay. I'm going to... Ooh, actually. Can I try and... I'll stow the crossbow, but I will keep a hand on the hand crossbow on my waist holding an action ready to draw and fire it at hostile zombie action towards me.
Understood. Readying an action. Happy for you to do that.
Yeah. And I'm happy to lose it if we cease hostilities.
Not a problem. You are up, Flood.
This is all probably happening a little bit suddenly. I will move into position here. Sort of lips pull back, cold, foggy frost emanating from between my jaws. I'm like, what do you mean?
Please, I mean you no harm.
What? Yeah, but the zombies, they whacked Dreamer.
I don't know what that means.
I'll unhelpfully just point. Hang on, I don't know if would come on.
Yes, that one has a mean red hook.
Dreamer.
They are mindless beasts, please.
Yes.
I know. Now. I feel this is about my turn, so I'll ready an action to cast a breath weapon at... I think last time I measured I could hit the same 4 that Dreamer could.
Yep, no, yeah, we can definitely figure that out. There's definitely a 3 to 4 range that you can get.
Yeah.
Okay. Dreamer, you're up.
Yeah, I think she will just...
Give me a second. It's not... There you go. Now it's you.
There we go.
This system is buggy tonight.
She's going to back up a little bit. Mainly to see if the zombies will continue to...
As you back up,
attack.
The zombie to your right begins to lift a hand out to swipe, and the mage-looking man goes, Jerry! He's... and lowers its hand.
In that case, she will kind of spin around on her heels and point her sickle towards the man. Explain yourself, necromancer.
Indeed, yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah, you'd have a high enough arcana, a passive to see that as well. He's definitely a necromancer. Give me a religion check. You see hanging from his neck a leather lace with a sort of metal symbol that's been sort of bronzed or goldened to look a bit more exquisite, of a hand with a large eye in the... Why is that not working? Oh, I did come through. Okay, cool. Peering through the on it. You don't know that symbol itself. However, you get the feeling that it is definitely not a divine representation. It's definitely a death or necromantic symbol.
Yeah, the dreamer doesn't know, but Alex does.
As you look at him, you can see the other zombies sort of begin, the ones that are sort of all bunched up in the doorway, begin to sort of pushed into there and sort of get stuck Three Stooges style. As they sort of get stuck in there, like, as they're doing that, they sort of look around, that sort of activity in whatever is left of their faces sort of begins to stop, and they just sort of shrug back into position. None of the zombies move. It is your turn, Rhapsody.
Are you helping these people?
In a manner of speaking, do I have permission? Do we have permission to parley?
From me, you do, yes.
And he looks around the rest of you.
You have permission to explain.
A sharp jet of crystalline breath shoots from between my doors, like clap a hand over it, like rim into the door.
Very well. Looks to you still, seeing as though you still have a turn left.
You're on a time limit, and you see the flames slowly trickle down his arm.
I understand. Jerry, take everyone back in. That includes Alex.
What?
We are going to end
Bye, Alex.
the combat here as the zombies all begin to turn. Not the dead one. I'm not grabbing the dead one. Come on now.
They're all dead.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, technically.
They all begin to turn and head back into the tower. And they're slowly walking away. Let's get some music back up again.
Oh, that was something.
Yeah.
I'll swallow the icy breath building up in my mouth and like wince as it kind of goes down. It's like not really what you meant to do.
He still hands slightly up, outstretched, so that way you can tell that he has no intention to do anything. He's like, good morning. How are you all?
Hello.
My name is Hamun.
Hello, Hammond. I'm Rhapsody.
A pleasure, young bard.
That's true, he is.
Yeah. You're helping these people?
They are helping me more than anything.
Oh.
What is it that you are doing here exactly?
I'm exploring, looking for points of interest in my studies. What brings you here?
Well,
He begins to lower his hands slowly, just to rest.
The local town are understandably a little bit on edge at the amount of undead that are in the area currently.
Yeah, people don't seem to like undead.
Oh, yes, I should have realized that. My apologies. I needed a few more able hands than I anticipated, but I
Are they
promise.
growing, like out of control, like rabbits?
Oh no! It's just sometimes they wander off in the night, and then I have to call them back when I wake up. They only get about a half a mile or so.
Can understand why people are concerned then.
I do. I apologize. I shouldn't only be in this area for a few more days if my research goes well.
What exactly is your research? Exactly.
Exactly.
Give me a insight check.
Gladly.
Ooh, that was good.
I'm mainly here to. My interest is piqued in some reports of some odd activity being happening in this region of arcane
Like zombies?
proportions. You get the sense that he is still withholding, like he knows more than what he's actually saying.
Yeah.
I understand that it is not easy to trust people that you just met, but if we were perhaps able to aid you and move you along your way a bit sooner, then we would all benefit.
I believe so. I have no intention of harming anyone here. My job is merely to learn some valued information and move on to the next point of interest.
What
I
are
was
you learning? Or trying to?
Are you? When he sort of looks you up and down, you have the talents of an arcanist, but I don't think in the same schools that I do. I'm not sure if you truly understand, and I mean no disrespect by that.
Great, he's a wizard who looks down on sorcerers.
I am actually. I think he's a wizard, isn't he? Here, never mind. Well, anyway, I mainly came to this area more because I was kicked out of my old area.
Oh.
Why?
Yes, that's right. Wyvern Tor, where I was up there, and it started to get a bit more dangerous with orcs and ogres starting to patrol. Essentially, I could not stay there for much longer by myself, so I had to move into more open pastures.
Is lightning a school of magic?
There is definitely elements of lightning and thunder, particularly in the abjurative and evocation range. Yes.
Ooh.
I have heard these words, and they didn't make much of an impact on me, and so my eyes are just sort of glazed over as I nod along.
Sorry, I'm just having a quick read of the notes here to see if there's anything I need to be fully aware of as you talk.
Alright, I was just gonna say, I have to say, was it Hammond? Hammond, was it?
Yeah, that's correct.
I mean, as is the reason we're here, it seems to fairly usually be the case that people who are involved with get into this sort of form aren't trustworthy people.
I can respect my garb might suggest that. Tell you what, I can give you some more information as to what I'm doing here if you'd be willing to help me out. And he takes a step over to the well here. He drops down a bucket, if no one's stopping him, of course. Like he'll just continue getting to sort of, and takes about a minute or so for him to pull it back up.
I haven't seen that incantation or gesture before.
This is just getting water from the well, boy.
Oh.
And as he pulls up, he pulls out some water, and he's like, and he ties it off and quickly runs back into his camp, into his tent. And then a second later comes back out with a goblet, scoops out some of the water. He's like, "Tell me, are any of you, apart from your dragonborn friend here, arcanically inclined?"
Turn and look towards Sil.
I know a lot about water.
Very well, take a look at this in this light, and he'll sort of put it upwards. That way you can all look at it. Anyone who has some sort of arcana proficiency can roll me an arcana check.
Can I argue for nature?
I'll allow nature.
mean specifically the Arcana skill?
The Arcana skill, yeah. I'll say, like, if you're proficient in Arcana, roll me an Arcana check.
Nice.
Ooh, a nat 20. Woo woo! Get some nat 20s in the chat room, gang.
Yeah.
That's
Put my
definitely water.
mug down so I can get my
Indeed, it is.
emote type.
It is crystal clear water, Rhapsody. It looks like it's coming from a stream of some sort underneath this hill. Syl and Floodbane, you look at it, and indeed, like it looks just like normal water. Maybe a bit more pure than you'd be used to coming from a river. But what you notice, Streamer, and it's odd because, like, what with, natural elements being your forte, there is something odd about this water as you peer at it. It gives off an almost reflective refraction that it shouldn't. Even the goblet itself is not the point of what's causing this. There seems to be something actually almost magically infused in the water, though minute, like the faintest form of algae in a crystal clear water.
Interesting.
I know, right? I've been reading up about this region, and there appears to be quite a substantial amount of arcane presence here that's not... It's reported, but not documented. Things of lore seem to stem around this area, but no one has ever mentioned its origin. I'm here in an effort to see what else I can find out and how I can maybe use it for my potential. What I'd ask of you, I guess, is potentially seeing if we can maybe get that answer in a more expedited manner. And in return, I would be happy to depart and leave this area.
No? How do you suggest we do that?
Well, and he'll sort of look across you all. I'm not entirely sure if it is the right thing to ask of you at this time, but there's reports of an old hag's hut in the forest just north of here. Just to the edges of an old town called Thunder Tree. My hope was that, where I was going to next after this was a rumor where a potential banshee still lives. Potentially a wandering spirit from the hag before she fell. My understanding is...
Banshees are rather dangerous, are they not?
Quite so. They can be quite dangerous to those not skilled in formalities with the undead. But essentially, it is said that if you can befriend a banshee, they can provide one truth to you. Unfortunately, a man of my nature, it's much harder to do so. If you'd be willing to do this on my behalf and get an answer for me, then I would take that as enough of a source and be on my way. I essentially want to know who built this tower. I'm trying to learn where this magical secret might actually have come from.
And you wish
Is
us
that
to
the
ask this
Talvor
banshee?
what's its thing, or this well?
This tower would do. This tower was where I was coming as part of my expedition, but as I guess the townsfolk have told you, I don't do well in crowds, so I had been using Wyvern Tor as my base initially.
Wyvern Tor.
And sorry, you were saying, young lady?
You wish us to ask the banshee who built this tower?
Indeed. The reports are that this tower was built as part of the late Drasig's kingdom, but there are other things in this area that seem to maybe contrary to that. This area is known that where Drasig eventually stood towards his final stand. Then he started to use more dark arts. And I'm wondering if maybe whoever helped him with those might lead me to my next point of call.
Why was the Banshee be disinclined to talk to you, whereas my companions are cool and all.
Aww.
What's your problem? No, hang on.
I am a man of the undead, as he sort of grips his symbol, and then as he realizes he grips it, he tucks it away. Though I have the means to manipulate death in many ways, death often is not fond of my tinkerings. Someone so naturally inclined but still in this world can often see me as a threat.
I can't imagine why. And I look towards the tower full of zombies.
One of them just sort of dodges its head at you.
A wave back, very small wave. I think I made a friend, Rhapsody.
I am so proud of you, Flipbane.
Oh, Joe is very friendly.
I
Hi,
stopped
Joe.
slightly. I wasn't expecting anyone was actually listening.
Joe walks to the door. Walks back.
It's nice to meet you.
Pardon you, sir.
What? No. Also, I don't... Yeah.
But yes, if you'd be willing to help me with this, I would consider my time in this region done. I may need to come back in the future, but I would be more than happy to make myself either less known or more known to avoid conflict.
I'll turn to look at the rest of the party.
Sort of shrug and say, well, I mean, making the undead scarce was kind of the reason we came out here, but nothing's ever as simple as...
I just remember what you mentioned about Thunder Tree. I will encouragingly look towards the rest of the party.
Yes, didn't you mention something about Thunder Tree, Floodbane? Like many times?
Once or twice. Yes, a friend of mine was headed there.
Oh.
Was going to eventually try and catch up once I had some resources.
The druid.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like
roll.
Radoth,
yeah. I do not know her by name, but I saw her in passing. We kept our distance. Her beliefs and mine are not fully entwined. She preserves life, whereas I preserve death, so... I saw no reason to interfere with her dealings.
So she was, well, when you last saw her? When was that?
Oh, at least a fortnight or two ago now, but... yes, she travelled up towards Wyvern at least once, and I saw her as I was passing by Thunder Tree. She seemed to be deep into a ritual there.
Yeah, that scans.
Getting rid of some of the not necrotic, but foul stench of that area. Something more acidic there, I believe.
I see no reason that we shouldn't go and check it out.
Yeah.
Other than that, I am a little bit apprehensive to be away from town for too long with the Redbrands about.
But it is something that we can do whilst they hopefully forget about us for a couple of days, since they did ask us politely to leave for a while. Also help bring us our...
They were very rude.
Yeah.
They also have hostages.
They do have hostages, but it also gives us a cover to say that if we come back, then we're not going to provoke them because we're merchants traveling and we've been gone for merchant reasons.
Perhaps if we help our new friend here, our new friend would be willing to help us. If things were to come to blows with the Redbrands, perhaps.
I like this.
I am not one to get into the bickerings of others, but
I am not one to parley with the dead, but here we are.
Give me a persuasion check. Or an intimidation if you're trying to be more threatening.
I don't think I'm particularly good at either of them, but...
I was about to say, can I help assist with this?
Yeah, I'd
Just
say
again, just ignite my arm a bit.
I'd say yeah, you can roll with advantage, Dreamer.
Alright. Okay, not bad. 15 intimidation, 16 intimidation.
He sort of looks at you and is like, I understand. I fear that my methods of assistance would probably scare locals more than help.
Locals are already scared of the Redbrands. So any help against them might put you in better favor with the town, actually. They don't know what to do and they're very scared.
Zombies are scary, but we made friends with them. If we just explain.
And the zombies aren't taking hostages and torturing people and doing awful things like that, but the Redbrands are.
I cannot guarantee that I can come in to assist. However, I can offer you this. For the meantime, I will subdue my friends here. I can provide you an item to assist you along the way, but I do not believe my presence would do well in a town.
I mean, you wouldn't necessarily have to come into town. You could hang outside of town and stop Redbrands from coming in.
It feels like we might be barking up the wrong tree here, Rhapsody.
Oh. I would be happy to keep watch on anyone that passed by, if that is something you are looking for.
Maybe. That might be helpful.
We do know that there are some that come and go, and they look to be bolstering support, so it would be good to try at least cut off one of their supplies.
Yeah. And you wouldn't be scaring the townspeople if you did it out of town. Just something to think about.
That's, I have the means to communicate to you if there's anyone you want to keep an eye on here. The Redbrands are no friends of mine. They have bullied me along the path before. And
do you know where their hideout is? Maybe.
I
think they have one.
I have not seen them for quite some time, as I have stepped away from most interactions. But I've been here and back and around this area for quite a number of months. More often than not, they are heading into town in groups rather than leaving. So wherever they are basing themselves, it's definitely not along this path.
That's good to know.
Maybe there's a secret tunnel under the inn. Did you see any secret tunnels, Dreamer?
Secret tunnel. No, I did not.
Secret tunnel. It might be well hidden if it's a secret.
You begin to watch as all the zombies begin to just sort of collapse to the ground. And you can see, as you're talking to him, he's starting to gesture a hand, and you're watching as, he sort of, almost like, and you, and just starts knocking him, putting him to sleep, unmoving.
Nap time.
Good night, Joe.
This is about all I can offer you for this moment. But if you are interested, I do have a healing potion or a spell scroll that I could offer.
What's the spell on the scroll?
It's one more for maybe potentially escaping if need be. It'll allow you to create a obstruction to stop people from seeing you.
Ooh. That sounds helpful.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can do that already, but...
Whoa.
This one,
a smart dreamer.
This one works regardless of any elements around you. It creates a thick cloud of darkness.
Ah, I see. I cannot do that one.
Hmm.
I'm also just going to add here because I thought about this after the fact. With that 22, with that natural 20 that you got, Dreamer, looking at the glass, like I said, like, like it's minuscule and hard to see, like, but you do get a mineral sense from it. So it's more like a sedimentary thing is creating that difference in the water.
Okay.
Just in case that helps with anything. I don't believe it does, but I want it to be accurate.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to drink healing potions as a bonus action?
Yes, you can. You can drink your own as a bonus action or give it to someone else as an action. Oh,
Thanks,
those
guys.
clouds are starting to get really rowdy.
You had that too?
More potions are never a bad thing, right?
I would say, especially if it's the spell that I'm thinking of. I've been working on something like that, and potentially we'll be able to do something similar to that.
Yeah,
You're
and I have
really
something
smart
similar.
too, Sylvain. All my friends are so smart.
Thank you, Rhapsody. You are also very smart.
Aw, thank you.
I'll wait until the next person starts speaking and say, I also think Rhapsody is smart.
Is the well water okay to drink?
My tests show that it is fine. It's just, it seems to hold a trace amount of magic from within its stream.
Oh.
Could I don't have that prepared.
Natural 20, you would know that it's not enough to be actually, the infusement would not be enough to do anything to someone who drinks it, Dreamer.
Yeah, okay. Can I empty out my flask and fill it with this well water?
You sure can.
May we have some well water?
Of course.
I mean, he doesn't own the well, Rhapsody. You don't need to ask his permission. It's a public well. It's on public land.
And
Of
of course, I
told
would.
me that there was magic in all parts of nature.
I would
I
not
don't know
stop
if it
you
was
either.
enough or not.
Oh, thank you. I'll draw up a big bucket and splash it over myself.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw. 'Cause that's more than a swig of water.
It's acid.
That's fair.
It feels so refreshing.
Sorry, it's been a while.
I bathed you this morning. Oh, that sounded weird.
No, the last time was at the hotel, and we've been gone for a day, haven't we? We camped out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you are
We may
welcome.
need to think about that if we go on longer journeys.
I can go a couple days usually,
Okay, that's good to know.
but
Let me know in the future if you require it, because I will prepare a spell for exactly this purpose.
oh, thank you. That's so kind of you.
All I can summon is like ice and lightning. It's why they call me of the frost and lightning. Anyway.
That's still very impressive, Flipbane.
Thank you. It's just
Redbrands
not
of
that
the
helpful.
Frost and Lightning has a good ring to it,
Yeah, it does.
if not a bit wordy.
Wow, that's kind of my goal, to get like, a name for myself.
Would you like to
should
be
meet a
of the
bard.
Frost and Lightning?
No, that's obviously Floodbane's name. No, I've got to, get my own.
You could be Trey of the Fire and Thunder.
Ooh.
That's actually pretty cool, because that's kind of gun themed as well.
Yeah.
We'll workshop it.
Have you met any bards? That's how I got mine.
I'm a bard.
Sorry.
Oh gosh.
I
Yeah,
met
just
me.
Rhapsody can give you a title.
I just did.
Yeah, he just did.
Okay,
All right,
cool. Done.
I
I
feel
believe
we
this is
maybe
once again one of those situations where this conversation can be done on the road, I think.
indeed we should get moving.
We are on the road.
We don't want to bore our new friend
I
here
think they mean with movement forward, Trey.
with forward momentum.
Yeah.
I call myself the Hushed.
The Hush?
Ooh.
Hammond the Hushed.
Hammond the Hushed and the Humble?
Who here is religious?
Me.
I've been known to dabble in that sort of thing.
Technically.
I'm gonna
I don't
say
have religion proficiency.
I'm gonna say Sil roll and Dreamer roll with disadvantage.
Ooh. Do I want to use my inspiration to negate the disadvantage? No.
I would say you
fair
don't.
enough.
I would say you don't want to. No.
2 and a 1.
I mean,
That there's nothing about what his name says or the symbol he wore that really gets your attention, Dreamer.
Okay.
Sil, you pick up that, and I feel like you've probably heard this through your benefactor, that there has been a slow and not dangerous but noticeable increase in members who now follow the Whispered One.
Oh, of course. Oh.
Though they are few and far between and are often sought out by clerics and paladins very quickly should they ever become known. I think you know who the Whispered One is. And you would have been... How old are you?
29 in game.
You would have heard stories about that.
Yep. You just hear a and then that's it. So, hit the road, adventure,
yeah.
onwards.
Where's one
Indeed.
more on the power?
I will keep my more quiet here, and I will not raise these men until I am ready to depart and take them with me. Again, I do not think I can offer you much more than that. But I would be happy to wait here until you come back with any information. I have enough findings to go sort over in the meantime.
Very well. We will return as soon as we can, I suppose.
And to clarify, the question was who built the tower?
Yes, the mage that helped construct the tower.
Their name.
Their name.
Okay. I just wanted to be sure, because if we get one question, it's good to be specific.
Indeed.
And I would hate to ask the wrong one.
Very well. Well, thank you for not killing my friends.
Well, we did kill several of them. And
Yeah.
He looks over. Fiona! And he brushes past. It's like, oh, Fiona.
nobody needs a dozen zombies, all right? 10 is plenty.
Sorry about that.
It was her last day of the job.
One day away from
Retirement.
I'm just like,
She was going to go home to her crypt and get married.
Trey walks forward and pulls his crossbow bolt out of the zombie and just says, I'm so very sorry.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I will bow my head and say a word of prayer.
As you bow and say a word, he picks up the body and takes it over here and goes, and just throws it out. Oh, well, I can get another.
Another like Fiona?
Can you reanimate the same zombie? Does it work like that?
That's not worth it. She's all poked out.
She's all on fire now.
I only named them so I'm not bored.
You're a weird dude, and I think it's best that we leave.
Very
And
good.
that's coming from us. We're very weird as well.
You just see Phil like put his jacket on, just slowly walk backwards out.
Very well. Bidet.
I'm sorry we destroyed your friends. One with fire and one with ice. It's kind of cool when you put it like that.
Somebody should write a book about that.
Yeah.
Someone should write a song about it. Just as we're leaving, like with that last exchange, can I just get an idea of like this guy's intent? Like, is he on the level? Is he nefarious?
Give me an insight check.
I just want to like sort of cock an eyebrow and just sort of stare at him a little as I'm
Yeah.
sort of walking away over my shoulder.
Ooh. I was
don't
about
find
to
shit.
say, don't forget
Oh,
you've got
actually,
that bardic as well.
I do have that.
You
That
do
I
have a
completely
bardic,
forgot
yeah?
about. I was going to use
Probably
my.
gonna run out.
Use it.
D6.
D6 or D8? D6.
D6.
If I'll say this right now, if you use your bardic and still want to roll your inspiration after the fact, the bardic will go towards it.
Okay,
Aw.
that's very awesome. I will.
Thank you, Clouds, for being so benevolent. That's
Yeah, why not?
unfortunate.
Let's try that again, shall we? And let's do wisdom insight. That's better.
Much.
So that'd be a 20, dirty 20 then.
Dirty 20. There's nothing nefarious in the way that he's not. It's not like he's not trying to set you up for a fail. You get the sense that when he sized you up after talking about Thunder Tree, that he didn't think you'd probably make it. But it's not that he's trying to lure you into a trap.
Yeah. And I guess he's not like trying to get us to further an evil end.
You get the sense that whatever he's doing probably isn't great, just from the look of him.
Yeah.
But
I mean, look,
it doesn't
I'm
seem like
pretty
it doesn't seem like you don't get the idea that he's trying to basically. How do I say this? He is definitely evil. He does not seem to be evil towards you.
He has no ill intent towards
He has no ill intent towards you, but there's obviously whatever he's doing here is not right.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I get that. Okay, cool. Yeah, awesome. All right. Yeah, I'll just sort of give him a slight nod and back away to join the rest of the gang.
The dreamer
Well,
will. Sorry, go on.
no, I was just gonna say, well, you sure do meet some people out in the world.
The dreamer will gently pick up Rhapsody to stop him from running around.
Trey will
Hey.
begin spinning sympathetically.
Awesome. You return. You take your trek back down the hill, back to your wagon, and begin to set back off. I am going to metagame this just a little bit here for you and say that should you wish to go to Thunder Tree, that is obviously your prerogative. However, with that insight check, you probably do get the sense that... I'll even say this. He mentioned acidic, and you instantly click on to the fact that that could potentially be your target, just based on it
I
being...
put that together.
Just based on
I
it
don't
being,
put a lot of
you know,
things together, but I did that.
your target being the potentially having an acidic nature to them as well. But you also get the sense that you're probably not ready to get there, particularly if you know what you have to confront.
Yeah, cool. Alright, awesome.
But this hag's hut wasn't in Thunder Tree, right? It was...
No, but it was adjacent to it, which means you probably would have to maybe pass through Thunder Tree to find its path.
Okay.
Well, at least, the only information you know is that there's a hag's hut somewhere near Thunder Tree. So I guess what I'm saying,
at least get more information
I'd-
from Thunder Tree.
more information from Thunder Tree or from another source.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
there's a
think
lot
this
going on.
side quest is outside of the scope of the adventure for the current level.
In theory, to learn more about the hag's hut, you'd probably have to talk to the citizens who were affected by the hag.
This
And
is one of those picking
they're
up an
back
act
in
one
Joran
footage.
Village. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a multi-act side quest arc that we've picked up.
For full disclosure to people watching, I did tell these guys off camera that essentially they'd started moving into the next chapter, even though they're allowed to. It's probably best they start taking a step back.
Yeah.
Everybody
Not
back
too early
to
to
Joran
face the
Village.
Githyanki at the bridge.
Exactly.
Yeah, because that blacksmith needs me for a fitting.
Oh yes,
You're about
we
to enter
wouldn't
an
want to
area
miss
that'll be
that.
bitterly difficult for a party your level.
Would you like to save?
You also have your instrument ready to pick up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, no, the instrument's not yet, is it?
No, the saw one that Trey brought for me is the sheet of metal. That's ready.
Yes,
isn't
the
it?
sheet of metal is ready. Yes,
Oh no, I was supposed to come back and pick that up and get measured for
and
a fitting.
potentially see if you're ready. Yeah, see if the fitting can be made.
Yeah. The
Well,
important parts of this
Yeah,
quest.
that feels like the most pressing matter. So perhaps
Yeah.
we should head
Definitely.
back to Joran Village.
I would also say that you have essentially completed Darren Edamas' quest. So
Okay.
your reward would be offered upon reporting back to him.
Well,
Problem is, if we're to head back to town straight away, we're probably going to have to deal with whatever's happening with those crazy ruffians.
yeah,
I
well,
suppose
no
we'll have
time
to
like
do
the
it
present,
anyways.
right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Putting it off longer than needed.
Making sure everyone's ready for.
I
Do we
mean, we
want to
could.
sneak back into town though, so that they don't know we're back yet?
We are on a horse, and there are many of us, and you are very loud.
Let's just kick the gate in.
Okay. Loud it is.
Yeah,
We can,
yeah,
we
go.
can technically say that we abided by they asked us to leave. We did leave. They never said anything about us not returning.
It's true.
It's not
I
even
just-
like later the same day. It's been 2 whole days.
Trey just sort of
Yeah.
perks up at this and he's like, "Oh, I've gone loud before. Let's go loud."
I don't think there is
let's get loud.
any point in hiding.
No.
Sort of cocks multiple weapons.
Ooh.
You know what? Maybe I should get a harness made up like you're getting for your instruments, so I can shoot all my weapons at the same time.
That would be amazing. I'm
And
sure the
super
blacksmith
balanced.
can do it.
That's all right. Look, I'll just do the next best thing and figure out how to shoot one of them really, really fast.
Ooh.
Now, to clarify, I am not suggesting that we go in literally guns blazing.
No, I know. We have to get to the point at which we head in guns blazing.
All I have is bolts and ice.
It will definitely devolve into guns blazing, but I don't suggest we start with it.
I think we should make sure that we have civilian casualties to a minimum and fight them probably where they are, so that way
Oh,
it's
yes,
effective.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I meant to disclose that obviously it's once we get to where they're at, not just the village itself. That'd just be irresponsible.
Indeed.
All right.
Okay.
Am I
We,
right in thinking that you are journeying back towards Joran village?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I believe so.
So,
It takes about half a day for you to get back to the intersection where Thunder Tree is. So this would be about the time when you would be going, okay, which way are we going? So, final vote is north.
North.
head
Yep.
back to the village.
Okay.
Back in the villager, back in the villager.
You travel through the forest once more. It is a familiar place now. You are starting to really understand its landmarks and have crossed over essentially the one main event that you have faced in the forest multiple times now. The activity around has definitely... There's definitely still a moment of quiet as you pass by the outcrop that you sort of have to ride under that led to the Cragmore Cave. But by day's end, with a decent gallop, I'll say that you can make it all the way back to Joran village by probably about 8 o'clock at night. Presuming again that you have like a basic short rest, that you have, you don't really take a long, you don't dawdle. So if that's something you would like to do, I'll allow that. Or if you want to take your time and prepare and actually have a long rest and a night's sleep on the way, you can do that too.
I was going to say, I can help assist with this with keen mind to let people know exactly how long we have until it's nighttime.
Oh no. I hate this from the critical role. It is, what time is it, DM? Which way is north, DM? But yeah, as you sort of get to near the end of the forest, it's about 6 p.m. It would probably be about a 2 to 3 hour trip back to Joran village.
Yeah.
I want something stuffed inside something else.
Um,
for dinner.
Oh.
You can also all take a short rest at this stage if you need to recover any HP, or if you get any things recoverable as part of that.
I
I think I do.
I do.
Yeah, fucking warlock.
So, guys, I guess we've got to think about where
Oh.
this place could be that they're hiding out.
And just to ask, what item did you guys want to take? Did you want to take the Potion of Healing or a Spell Scroll of Darkness?
Oh, I
I think we said potion.
Yeah, I think
Because
that was the
Dreamer
general
and
vibe.
Sil was going, yeah, we can cover that if we need to.
Okay, I will update your potion quantity to 2 in the party inventory, giving in mind that you do need to nominate who has it as part of like if you actually want to use it. So if you know you're going to go into battle, make sure you do take one to input in your sheet.
One each to the characters who don't have healing spells.
Well, I was actually gonna argue maybe Rhapsody should have one, or maybe both of them, because I don't have a lot of actions that like deal damage and that sort of thing during combat necessarily. And if it takes an action to give it to somebody, that's a better use of my action economy, I guess.
Oh, yeah, that works.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because then the people who actually have damaging stuff that they can do every action can do that and not have to worry about handing over a bottle.
That's a good point, yeah.
And if Rhapsody does go down, the bottle's already on them. It doesn't mean I have to have both. I'm happy to just have one if you want to have one with somebody else.
Just to clarify that ruling, just so that way it makes more sense. It's a bonus action for you to drink a potion yourself, but it's an action for you to pour a drink into someone else's mouth. You don't have to give it to them, and then they do the bonus action. So, like,
I suppose what they're saying is that if Rhapsody goes down and they have both of them, then we can search their body for the potion and use an action to feed them. Yeah,
I just wanted to be clear because I wasn't sure if it just meant that it took an action for her to give it to someone for them to then use it.
Well, I did, so that's good to know. But even still, like, Rhapsody using an action to feed it to somebody when they're unconscious is probably a good use of Rhapsody's actions, if that makes sense.
I've given you one at the very least.
Yeah.
We can start with that and we can distribute more as need be.
Okay, cool.
Thinking of that image, yes.
Pretty much.
Who's this Discord? Oh, Discord. We're doing Always Sunny in Philadelphia pictures. Cool. Night begins to close as you make your way to the entrance of Joran Village. Yeah, make sure you do any short rest before we get to this next section.
Ooh.
Yeah, so.
Oh, wow. So you just get Song of Rest
Automatically, yeah.
Well, like, that is so cool.
If you have a bard in your party.
That is sweet.
And I feel like it's pretty on brand for Rhapsody to be singing all the time anyway, so...
As you arrive, why is it? Oh, it seems not as dark as I expected. There we go.
That savings?
Yes, a little bit. You make your way forward and see two guards keeping watch at the entrance. They turn to look at you. Actually, we'll say one of them would have had a torch of some sort, because it's very dark.
Yeah.
And they look out and they're like, "Hey, I thought we told you to get out of here."
And we did. We departed. We went on, we did what we needed to do outside, and now we've come back to finish the rest of the stuff that we have been requested to do.
You think you're so wise playing with words. We told you what would happen if you came back.
I don't think you
Did you?
We did not.
There'll be nothing happening here, I believe, good sirs. And you take a look and see Lenine and Silda approaching.
Hi, Lenine. Hi, Silda. Rhapsody's waving.
Evening.
Lenine turns to the two Redbrands. It's like, "Look, we've had quite enough of your bollocks tonight, gentlemen. I think it's fair you let these people get past and be on your way."
I'd listen to the woman. She scares me.
Silda standing there, sort of like begins to like sort of brandish his like just the hilt of his sword, almost slightly pulling it out of its sheath.
It's for the good of the town. And I would hope that at that moment when I say that, everyone intones afterwards, "The good of the town."
The good of the town.
The good of the town.
The good of the town.
they sort of look at each other and look back at you. On your way, civilians. We're watching.
Thank you.
Well, good.
Wonderful
Keep a good
evening.
watch.
It's a nice night for it. Bye.
Is it a nice night for it?
Sure.
Right. Remember that Syl has keen minds, so you have to tell us if it's a nice night.
I don't think I have to describe what the night is.
I'm not that kind of person. I only use it just to say, yeah, I remember this from like 2 weeks ago, just in case I forget it.
It's in the eye of the beholder. No, there's no beholders.
Oh,
God.
I was about to say.
Silda and Lenine escort you back into town. They don't report anything of note has happened, though, except for the fact that maybe there is a bit of unrest with the Redbrands. They seem to be maybe a little bit more jittery at the moment. There seems to be a lot, like, just based on everything that's been going on recently, both with actions with the Cragmores and just new people in town that seem to be piking in interest with the rest of the group, that they do seem to maybe be putting up a bit more of a argumentative front, though nothing else has happened since the disappearance of the family the night before, or the 2 to 3 nights before now.
Would appear tensions are at an all-time high.
Indeed they are. I'm hoping you have some information, or at least have been able to perform some good deeds.
Well, we may have that bounty hunter on our side now. We completed a small job for him. I'm blanking on his name right now.
Ah, Darren.
That's the one, yes. He has offered his aid in exchange for performing a task for him.
He's a
which
good,
we did.
He's a good bloke, that guy. He new to the town, but yeah, has definitely made himself a friend to all. That's good. I'm glad we can expect his sword. I still don't think a full front approach would be the best method. Is there any other information you have on the whereabouts of this Redbrands?
Well, I mean, I think we're operating under the assumption that they are operating out of the
Tresendar
manor atop of the
Manor.
hill, yeah.
Yeah.
Although we haven't investigated it yet.
We keep meaning to get around to that.
We could do that tonight.
I think
I feel like if we're going to do something, now's the time. Things are boiling over here. Cut the tension with a knife.
I agree.
For a
I
trying to
agree.
make a physical demonstration of that.
Yeah, just sort of crack my whip. No, I wouldn't do that. It's too bad.
Crack that whip.
Licorice whip.
Licorice whip. Moving on.
Well, if the plan is to do something tonight, I think maybe we might be able to help with at least not causing a disruption, but keeping eyes towards the center of town.
Yeah.
That'd probably
Well, I
help.
just mean to find information, not do anything.
Well, I
I
mean,
mean, if the opportunity arises, then
say we look into this place and we find ourselves in the belly of the beast. It'd be silly not to, cut the guts
Indeed.
out on the way out.
Fair.
Floodman is like a little taken aback by how visceral your metaphors are getting.
Yeah.
Hey, I hunt, man. What do you think this is?
Well, I'll let you all get prepared. Do you need to go speak to Darren now, or?
we probably should, just to let him know that we achieved.
And
And we
return
need
the
to
horse?
return this horse, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it back.
I won't make you take it back. I'll just give you your.
We'll say that I did.
Yeah.
I
where
feel
are
like at this point the horse could lead itself back from here.
you? Okay.
It probably always could,
Oops, that's no.
but it can't get its deposit back for us.
I mean, I also feel like at this point we should just leave the deposit to just take the horse out
Yeah.
again.
Exactly. It's like if the horse
we
is
should just
gone.
buy a horse, is what we should do.
And a carriage, yeah.
No, one of us should multi-class paladin until we can get fine steed.
True.
And summon a cow.
I could just wild shape into the horse.
Can't all ride you at the same time, though.
Hey, that's actually a thing I've been thinking of for future developments in the online campaign I'm running. The one where the paladin broke his oath not to fuck a horse.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that one.
That one shocked me to the core. Reading that.
Yeah,
Check out our Discord for more information on that game.
I feel better about a lot of my life choices after reading that. I'll say that much.
Cool. Yeah, but we'll say, Sildar offers to take the horse back for you, as Lenine, says her goodbyes and returns home.
Were we able to get elaboration on what they meant about being present and keeping an eye on things if hostilities should break out?
We wouldn't be doing anything in the way of causing an actual disturbance or grief, but we could potentially. I've talked to the owners of the Stonehill Inn and potentially maybe having a bit more of a rambunctious night where it spills out onto the outside of the inn. Could mean that, again, more eyes are focused there than anything else.
Very wise.
Sounds good.
That's it.
Have I forgotten something I did, didn't I? No, hold on. Where'd Dreamer go?
Where did
Oh,
I
no.
go?
Is one of us standing on her?
Wild shaped into the horse.
Oh no.
Oh, there I am.
But nevertheless, just let me know what you need doing, and I'll be happy to help.
Does anyone need to rest, or shall we do this tonight?
I'm good to go.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Have a word with Darren and then mosey on over to the whatchamacallit manor.
Very well.
Yeah.
Tresendar.
All right.
I'm feeling amazing after that well water.
You head.
Easy?
Yes.
Inside check.
Yeah, inside check.
Skin is dissolving.
Inside a perception. Oh, well, you always did inside, but yeah, they look fine. You head on.
They usually twitch that much.
That's just excitement.
You head on over to the Edamas Orchid, and Darren. Is it Darren? D-A. How do you spell his name?
I have it written two different ways in my notes. So.
Yeah, I think I keep saying it differently as well. Hold on, where is it?
I mean, he's part of a secret order, right? That's how you keep people from tracking you. You change your name all the time.
D-A-R-A-N. So, Darren. Duran.
Darren.
Dazza.
Duran.
So far away?
Um,
Get away.
pops out. And
You thought I was actually spelled with an EY, but in fact I was actually spelled E-I-G-H.
that's why we couldn't find you.
Joke's on you, I'm double E.
So it's like, you meant
Weird
Ashley, not Ashley.
Oh dear.
You're looking for Ashley. Duran pops his head out. And he's like, hello everyone. How are we?
Hello.
I'm sorry it's so late.
That's quite alright. I was just getting prepared for a night's rest.
Well, allow us to prepare you for some good news.
You went to the old Well?
Didn't it?
Yes, the undead won't be bothering anyone anymore.
We killed 2 of them, but he's gonna make more, don't worry.
Okay.
But
there is a necromancer there that is doing a little bit of research. But he will be gone in a few days, and he has promised to keep his companions in check.
Fair enough, I see. Well, I'll take your word for it. A necromancer is quite disturbing, but apart from just a few sightings, we had not had any major issues. So, if the quarrel is done, then I consider this resolved. Thank you.
Hooray.
I believe then, I guess my offer and the reward will stand. bear with me for 1 second. And he rushes inside and pops back out, and he pulls out what looks to be a fairly elaborate set of boots. He's like, these are my boots of springing and striding.
Oh,
Ooh.
They've done quite well for me on my expeditions. And for someone who needs to be nimble, and or potentially needs to carry quite a heavy load, these will do, yeah, a decent job for you. And he hands them over. Who wants to take them?
Thank you.
I mean,
Seems like a tray bit of gear. Particularly since they have their whole history of belonging to the monsters, slayers,
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
blood call,
All right.
hearts.
I will wear shoe. They're just sort of like, oh, they're a bit big for me. I just go to try them on, and being magical, I assume they just shrink.
Yep, they shrink down to size.
Whoa.
Like
that's so
Air
cool.
Nikes, they shrink. Like all those futuristic Back to the Future ones,
Do you have to pump them up to use them?
I was just about to say, just like taken aback a bit by them snapping to my foot. I was like, whoa. And then I pumped the button.
They will require a tuning.
That's fine.
But
I'm just wearing them
upon
for now.
oops, why did I roll that? Upon attunement, you will. What is it again?
Your movement speed.
Your movement speed
30
becomes
feet.
30 feet, unless it's higher already. Your speed is not reduced if you are encumbered or wearing heavy armor. In addition, you can jump 3 times the normal distance.
Jumpy boy.
So
Jumpy boy.
So you can't jump further than your remaining movement would allow. I don't understand what it means by that. Because don't you just need to have
Can't
it?
jump further than 30 feet.
Right.
Oh.
Or if you've
that-
already moved 10,
Right, because
you
it becomes
can 20.
because it's part of your movement. Yeah, that's
It's
right.
part of your movement speed.
Yeah.
That actually makes things interesting because I wouldn't be able to wear heavy armor because of the movement speed penalty, but because I don't have high enough strength, but I'm technically proficient with it. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Solve
So-
that, wouldn't it?
It
You
absolutely would, I think.
well, if it has a strength requirement, you'd probably still need to meet that.
Yeah, it
All
just
the
affects
strength,
the
all not meeting the strength
speed.
requirement does is impede your speed by 10 feet.
Oh, that's
Oh.
true.
Then yeah, that would be true.
Oh, okay, okay, I'll think about that. But anyway, I am New Boot Goofin. Thank you very much. I'll try on just be like, turning them on the tip of the toe so I can look at the heel, like that sort of thing where you're looking over the back of your foot at it, and just being like, yeah, they're not bad. I like them.
And
Quite
as
comfortable and just like jump in the air.
as you do, like your jump was boom, like you almost can. Again, that height you get just from that is in an insanely higher amount than what you're normally used to. And as you land, it's sort of like almost like just jumping on a waterbed. You get that sort of and sort of like a hovery cushion just as you land.
It's like the first episode of Precure when they transform for the first time. And then like try and jump and they jump fucking 500 meters in the air.
I would say it's like almost like
Wow.
the opposite of the inertia of going on like one of those roller coasters that just drop you. It's like that sort of whew.
Free fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, we might take a quick break at this stage, and then we shall move on to whatever you would like to do next.
Yeah.
Let's go fuck up the Redbrands.
Hey! To everyone watching, we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes' time. Please do not go away. I'll put on some more boppier music, and yeah, we'll be back. See you shortly.
Bye.
Bye.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are going live once again with some more D&D. We've had our break. I went and talked to my dad. I pat the
How is
cat,
he?
and then she went off. Yeah, he's doing good. He was just getting back from his dinner with his missus, so yeah, it's nice.
Lovely.
We returned back to Joran Village as our crew determined what they want to do next. The idea, I believe, is to go and take a look at Tresendar Manor, but there was also talking about potentially attuning to these new boots of trays. So I'm going to say to you guys, what do you want to do in the lead up towards Tresendar Manor?
Quick bite at Stone Hill End.
Yeah.
Oh, you've twisted my arm. I definitely will not have an alcoholic beverage.
Yeah, I could use a drink real quick.
Yeah. And
Rhapsody
I
should
hate.
probably strap down their instruments anyway.
yeah,
That's
I was
exactly
just
what
gonna
I was
say
doing.
Rhapsody is gonna spend the 30 minutes strapping everything down into stealth mode.
Yeah.
Very nice. A meal is prepared. It would cost, we'll say, 5 silver.
I'll shout this one.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'll open the floor to you guys to talk about what you want to do in preparation for this.
All right, we should probably avoid the sleeping giant as we head up that way. So
Yes.
perhaps we kind of take the road past the townmaster's hall and up around that way.
That does seem like the best way of doing it.
I don't think we'll be able to avoid
Or-
everybody, but I would rather not walk straight past their base of operations.
Would
I
going,
nod with my cheeks
past-
comically overstuffed with food. Well,
would going past the other side of the inn be better? Because wasn't there a guard out the front?
We could do that too.
that's only 50 feet away.
How do you do a corner with a measuring tool again?
With a measuring tool? I don't know if you can.
Oh,
honestly.
you hold control and then you click, and then
yeah.
you click the next part.
And then you right click to remove the your last point that you put down.
All these measurings.
They're playing Snake
Yeah,
Gang.
basically it's name.
Look at them.
Yeah.
Look at them play
Looks
Snake.
like it.
There we go.
And Ortron.
I'm going to draw so many dicks on your stream with this tool.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
No. I will not allow it. Sorry, I'm focusing. I'm looking at something else as we're talking. So,
Just to try and stop me.
cool. I guess so. What is the game plan? Where so the idea is to loop around one side of the town.
Yeah, I think we're going to go up north.
Well, I guess the thing is, yeah, if there's a hole in the wall here, we can just literally leave town and come back in.
Yeah.
Maybe loop the corner around Barthen's provisions to. How did I just say to do it?
It's control.
Hold control. Yeah, left click, right.
Yeah.
So as to avoid the actual.
Yeah, the guards at the
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And then
That's
once we
good
get
gameplay.
there, I suppose we will improvise based on what we see.
This will go great.
Trader sort of looks nervously around at the party while I imagine we're poring over the map on the table, and he's like, "Is this the part where we stab the dagger into the table at the objective?"
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, sweet. I want to do that. And then just stabs a dagger into the manor on the table, and he's like, "And then we strike."
Ooh.
I
That's
suppose
really
the
good,
question needs
Trey.
to be asked, since it is late at night and we want to be stealthy, that there's going to be trouble trying to navigate at night without any form of light source for people.
Oh.
That'll be fun.
I have lights. If we need them.
I say as an emergency, however, I'm quite adept at seeing in the dark, so I can potentially take lead if people want to hold on to the back of me. Just so we
Please
don't
do,
run into
human.
things.
Are you being funny again?
I'm not the best with jokes, but
Yeah, that's my job. Back off.
That's,
I was asking Phoenix.
no.
that sounds wise, at least until we get to the manor.
Yeah, definitely lead for now.
Actually, with your keen mind feature, can you tell us if the moon is out or not?
DM.
you mean look up?
Well, we're indoors at the moment. We're having this conversation over a meal inside.
I will say, yeah,
I
it-
cannot tell if the moon is up. I can tell how close it is to daylight. I'm assuming we still have around about 10 hours till it's daylight. That's the best I can give you.
It is about 9 o'clock to 9:30.
And both moons are currently waxing this evening.
There we go.
Oh,
we
right,
have a
that's the
person
whole
that can
thing,
track the
isn't it?
moons, and I
It's
can track
kind
the
of my
sun.
whole thing, and it's insulting you didn't ask me.
Yeah, both Katha
Well,
and
to be
Rudis
fair,
are
I wasn't
indeed
asking
waxing.
about the phases of the moon. I was asking something a lot dumber, like, oh, I don't remember if it was a bright night or not when I was
Yeah.
outside 5 minutes ago.
Also, what's waxing mean?
It's the stage just immediately after a new moon.
Oh, I thought it was the
Oh,
stage immediately
so they're
preceding buffering.
still biggish? Or are they like the little smiley
No,
moon?
it's more like a small crescent moon at this
They're the
point.
smiley moons. Okay.
Yeah, it's a smiley moon, exactly.
Good way to put it.
That's not a lot of light to see by.
It's not.
Yeah, it's the smiley part of the emoticon, not the frowny part.
Exactly.
That's how the kids are going to talk about it in like the next 10 years.
Mhm.
Oh god.
Well, I mean, we already call them emojis instead of emoticons. So.
If we go down this track, we won't get back onto D&D.
It's
That's all I'll
Tuesday.
say.
Just get stuck on being old.
Yeah.
Please continue.
You mean we don't do that already?
I think that's a good plan, you guys. We already stabbed the dagger in the table, so that means it's happening.
Yeah, conversation is over.
Yeah, it's time for action and boots.
And stealth.
And did you tie those instruments down? I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, I was too busy drinking
Yes,
and boots.
I was doing it while we talked.
I was too busy thinking about my boots.
Exactly. I was concentrating really hard on the wearing
Honestly,
of them.
that's fair. They're incredibly cool boots.
Do I look fashionable, DM?
Give me a performance check.
Oh, here we go.
Give me a fashion check.
Yeah. Let's see how much. Let's see if I'm pulling them. Oh,
Hell yeah.
Rocking those boots.
You move like no other. You have to hold back on actually doing things like the moonwalk and the slide.
I'm too sexy for these boots. Too sexy for these boots.
Damn, those are some good boots.
Yeah.
He's got the moves of a man I used to know called Jaeger.
His boots are in fact made for walking.
And that's
Indeed,
just what
that's-
they'll do.
Moving
Proceeding
on.
to do so is in fact the order of the day.
Just new bit goofing, you guys. Please continue.
If we are continuing on, I'm leaving it up to you. You're welcome to move around as you need to, but feel free. I'm guessing. Well, how are you proceeding? Like, tell me. Like, point me in your direction. Is it the pathway you made with the ruler a minute ago, or is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
rephrase that.
Slinking up alongside the buildings to here.
Oops.
Ah, right. Oh no, stop.
Okay. Yep, I see what you're trying to do. Basically, sneaking between some
I'm trying
buildings
to
and
avoid
then
the sleeping giant.
and then going along the fence line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, easy done. I'll have everyone give me a stealth check.
Only I had second level spells.
I love this. Like I'm a dust
Very average.
Well, average would be 10.5.
Alrighty.
Mm.
Okay. You walk along the pathway past the Stone Hill Inn towards Barthen's, and you see one Redbrand sort of standing or sort of patrolling past you. He takes note of where you're walking, but you don't show, apart from obviously like standing out from the civilians, you're just sort of casually walking along this path. He doesn't really pay much attention to you and continues on his route. Let's make our way. Let's say we make our way to just on the other side of the hill at this point. I'll have everyone roll me another stealth check to see if you can basically avoid being seen as you go off the beaten path.
Not
Okay.
terrible.
Letting the team down this time.
Cutting in between Barthen's and his and her her shed, where the stables are.
I knock something over with my tail.
You do, but in fact, the guards that would have been sort of towards the fence line and the path heading out to the north, don't pay any mind to it. They didn't see you coming that way, and at the same time, the noise doesn't echo out. It's busy enough in the town, like with just the trees and just the distant wildlife sounds that no one pays any mind. I'll say for this, you do not need to roll another stealth check to make your way to the edge of Tresendar Manor. So you can make your way up to the hills. And in doing so...
Okay.
Gonna need some lights at some point.
Give me 1 second, I just need to get everyone put on.
Putting us on.
Oh no.
Oh, I can see myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what like a dark vision will do.
Everything is all black and white. Perfect.
Yes, and no one can see anything on the stream either. How do I fix this? Give me 1 second. I'm just going to quickly put a light source down. There we go. If I get rid of that now, does that make it pitch black again? No.
Not pitch black.
Okay,
No,
so it's grayscale for all of you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
No, it's dark for me, but
Yeah, I've got dark. I can still see like a dark green.
it's working on the stream.
Right, they're seeing Sill's dark vision.
Yeah.
I can see nothing but my token.
I can see my
Okay.
token and some trees and some hills.
Do you want to try refreshing the page plotter? Because you should now have like what you could see when it was illuminated. It should now be the same. You just won't be getting any updated information.
No, I think if you have zero vision, you shouldn't see anything, right?
Maybe you shouldn't be able
You'll
to
see what
anything
was
as well.
revealed previously, just like really dim. That's what Jess and I can see.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, I refreshed my page and now I'm back to just my token.
Oh, hold on.
Now I see things.
Oh, you've turned the light
I've
back.
just turned the light back on, and now turn off again.
I mean, would it make it a hell of a lot easier if I just lit a torch right now?
I'll say let's just light a torch.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I was going to do a perception
gonna
check
need to
make
see
sure it was
anyways.
clear.
Yeah, still give me a perception check just to see what you can see from this position.
Yeah, and if it was safe, I was going to cast dancing lights.
Yep, that looks absolutely clear.
You look around, and you're focused more on the fact that your friends just seem to be like gesturing wildly, trying to get a hold of each other.
Just light a torch. I think it's fine. We can deal with whatever happens if it happens.
Can you do that light trick again, Rhapsody?
Yeah.
Awesome. How did we do this? That's right. I've got 1, 2.
Oh, that's right. Disco light.
Oh,
Is it 3?
Yeah.
4. I think
Four.
it's 4.
up to 4.
Up to 4.
Oh, that means
And
guys
you
can
should have
carry them.
ownership of those, so you should be able to move them around as you see fit.
Yeah, so we'll have... Oh, I do too?
Well, skulk near the back.
Wait, does everyone have ownership of them, or is that just
No, that's me moving them all.
gotcha?
Oh. Do you want one?
I will obviously move them for you as you're moving. I won't make you have to drag them all constantly, but cool.
Well, at the moment, because Sill's got dark vision, I think I'd have one floating about near everybody else. So me, Flipbane, Trey, and Dreamer, if that helps.
Very nice. No problems. Yeah, okay, cool. I will just hold on. I'm going to select all 4 of them, and I'll just move them along with you.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. As you creep up this hillside, it sort of it snakes up along this sort of rocky mountain. It looks somewhat cut out, but then at the same time, it's sort of over time just eroded and become plain stone to almost like a set of like large cliff-like steps. Coming around the final bend, you see Tresendar Manor in front of you, a dilapidated building almost entirely collapsed upon itself. The doors of the entrance get kicked in. The art or the brick outside walls, broken off in many ways. Some no higher than 15 feet, but most of it again sort of what looks to have been caved in through weather and erosion and just general, just abandonment. Sorry, I'll keep doing that for you, Jess. Sorry.
Oh, that's so good. I'm having fun doing it.
Okay.
It's stopping me from making Rhapsody spin around everywhere. So
But who can stop Trey?
The Rhapsody.
No one.
So as we approach, do we see anything else around, like potentially any guards around the outside of the manor, or?
I will say give me another perception check, and I'll allow everyone to give me a perception check if they want, though I'll base everyone else's on the limited sight they have.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
do that. Is that me?
Why do I even bother?
I'm waiting. They're still loading in for me.
The one who can see in the dark is the one who can't see anything.
I think this type of magic sort of catches your eye, Sil. That again, like the rainbow colors that bounce off. It's almost like a disco ball in that, like it's just constantly changing and repeating. And
I
The
see
least stealthy way to approach something.
the rest of you look about and it is hard to see in the dark. What you notice, Trey, just from like being able to peer outwards, is that there doesn't seem to be any light coming from within the manor at this time. It's quiet. There's no movement.
I don't like this. Also, if anyone's in there, they might be in.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Well, let's go with that for now. But should definitely keep sneaking.
As an aside as well, remember, Jess, you are welcome to, because I think as a bonus action, you can move them 20 feet per turn. So realistically, if you need to push them out further, you can also do that.
yeah, I will if people want me to. I was just sort of keeping them close to everybody so they could see where they're walking more than anything else. But if you want them to go out further, I can.
I'll say, Floodbane, as you sort of wander off from everyone else, like you see it before it's dangerous enough. But yeah, you get to the edge of this hill, and each of these steps go up about 20 feet in height, as like a sort of almost like a Lego block style, like clunk, 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 clunk.
Yeah.
That's fine. I couldn't fall off anyway. I'd get a token glide error.
Yeah.
There's an invisible wall protecting us.
If only that happened in real life.
I know I'm falling off cliffs all the time.
Oh no, it is this way.
The cliff over here.
Okay.
Yes, please don't fall.
Sorry, Jess, I moved him on you. It would have stopped,
Oh, it's okay.
reset any movement you were doing. Are these doors closed? This door's supposed to be open. That's open. Yeah. Dreamer, as you step in,
Front door.
it's still hard to see, but the glow of the lights starts to shine in and give you an idea of this room. It's what looks to be a entryway into basically like a greeting room. There are sort of stone pillars that sort of come up from the entrance, wardrobes and shelves all rotted and emptied. The pillars themselves are all broken and cracked, but not holding up anything. The roof itself is gone. In front of you, the inner walls do seem to be still fairly intact. Whatever structure has happened in this place has been weathered by the outside more than the inside. And in front of you, 2 doors.
Well, shall we head inside?
Maybe.
Do it.
I say with as much conviction as I can muster.
Well, I'm heading inside.
Remember, Floodbane, knife in the mouth. We're going in.
That really startled me. I know you said you were going to do it, but
Alright. I'll let you
Sil,
know you did.
Are you staying put there, or do you want me to move you up?
No, I'm moving.
Oh, sorry, Sil.
Moving. Oh.
I think he may have stepped away from his keyboard.
Sweet. All right, I'll move him forward. Yeah, he did say he'd be right back. Okay. All good.
So, I'm back now.
That's okay. I actually found a cool thing that you can do with this now. To help everyone out. If you actually right-click on your token, you can click the AFK button.
Oh.
Ooh.
And
That is handy.
yeah, that'll help notify anyone. So yeah, if you need to step away, we can do that, and then I can take control. Cool. Yeah, the room again is now plain. You can tell it would have been extravagant at one point. This building itself, even from the outside, is larger than any of the other ones, as large as the inn that you were in terms of size. It looks like it may have even had a second floor at some point, though again everything has collapsed inwards.
Okay, as much as I appreciate the lights, Rhapsody, I am going to light a torch.
Mhm.
Just in the interest of seeing a little bit more.
No worries. I think if you right click on yourself and then click the torch button, actually, how did you do that? Did you just select torch in your inventory?
No, I right-clicked on my token and selected the torch button.
Cool, awesome. There you go. Now it's changed on my end. Cool. Yep. Which will now basically just a light that's automatically attached to your character. So as you move, that will follow.
Wonderful. Can I take now that I can see properly?
Mm-hmm.
Can I investigate around the room to see if there's been any recent activity in or out?
Yeah, give me a perception or investigation check of your choice.
Oof.
Nice.
Very perceptive.
Lydia Gamby, thank you for the follow 45 minutes ago. I apologize for not being notified. I'm still trying to figure out how to get audio on these alerts. I seem to have somehow forgotten to do that. So if you're still watching, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Natural 20 for the perception check. Let's get some more dice in the chat as well. As you look about, there is indeed signs of movement. Dust has settled in these areas. Despite it being open, it does still trap air just from the inner walls. And as you begin to walk in, you can see pretty much footprints, either mud or kicking away dust, or at least a path where a group or groups of people have tread backwards and forwards multiple times. I'll say with a natural 20 as well, you would have also noticed on the outskirts of the house that that tracks also seem to lead around the side to the south of the house. So there seems to be maybe 2 pathways that people have been taking recently.
One through the house and one around the side of it?
Yep.
Okay. Well, it seems like we are on the right track. Thank you for laughing at my poor attempt at a joke. Shall we head deeper in?
Let's do.
And on.
Right.
So what's going on in here?
Are these doors?
Yep, they are unlocked, so you can open them up. As you open it, a wave of sort of musty air hits you all, and I'll say, Sil, you get an odd shiver running up your spine. Just an odd sense of magic lingers in this area. Magic that is no longer present, but it still has a sick odor of something evil being in here once before.
Reeks in here. I say let's venture very, very cautiously. Something doesn't seem right.
Indeed.
I can agree with
that. In here is a set of different hallways, some leading, just look to be different rooms in this building. Moving a bit forward, Dreamer, you can see that the the T intersection in front of you seems to lead into two rooms that are both just demolished over time, rubble and like already creeping in on the corridors.
I definitely think this place is worth investigating entirely once we've dealt with the current problem, but for now I think we should just...
Yeah, head straight for the source of it.
Not that we know where that is, but...
When you're following tracks?
Agree.
I'll say the tracks still continue to the east.
Okay.
Very good, very good.
This will be the final part of your natural 20 perception. As you continue forward a bit further, again, the sides of this building, you notice not only have collapsed, but it probably collapsed through internal damage. Fire and destruction has brought this house down originally, and the weather has then reclaimed the rest of the house. It's the thought of fire that actually then sparks your eyes as you notice there seems to be a slight fire glow coming from the doors in front of you.
Ooh.
About 20 feet ahead. Maybe 30.
You see another source of light further up.
Oh. Should I kill the lights?
Well, then we will not be able to see.
There's
I don't
light
think...
in there.
Do we send the lights on ahead, maybe? Create like a chain of them?
I feel like no matter what happens once we open those doors,
Indeed.
they might know something's up immediately. So perhaps if we don't send the flashy lights in first.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I think this is the point. You remember how I said earlier there's a point at which you go loud? This may well be that.
This may be the point where we go loud.
We
I don't
could
think
go up against the door and hear potentially if there's anything on the other side.
Perhaps... I mean, I can do that, or you can do that. You don't need the light, but...
Well, we're either going to have the lights or we're not going to have the lights either way. I think the lights are going to be good for us regardless. If we know that there's something on the other side, then...
I'm going to go check it out, see what I can hear.
I'll back you up.
Did you say on the other side of these doors?
That's correct.
Just in front of them?
Yep. So give me a perception check to see what you can hear.
Back up, you backing the dreamer up.
Hey,
back me up.
There's not much in the way of noise coming through the door, but the light confirms your suspicions. There is very basic sounds of people in there. Mumbles, like not discourse, not a lot of people, just like, people trying to think of the best way to do it with 22. It's not an activity as much as it is just a calm sound of people in there. A scrape of a chair, a clutter of maybe some cutlery.
Mm-hmm. Well, if we're going to do this, now is the time.
I'll be prepared to shoot people. Ready the crossbow. Just be like, well, you're the point person this time.
I guess so. All right. Let's do this. I will push the doors open.
Go ahead. As you swing the doors open, and we'll say you take a step forward, you see two Redbrands sitting at a table pretty mindlessly. The light emits forward, and as you bust through, they turn and look and go, "What the? Who the?" And we'll say that's a surprise round. We shall begin initiative.
Hey,
Hurrah.
There we go. Oops, the dancing lights definitely do not
Hey.
need to have initiative.
Someone knocked my 20 away. I know
20
it's
and
not
a
how it
1.
works.
Ooh.
Pretty good.
Some good rolls. Sorry, Sil.
It's to be expected.
Yeah, it's my third one for the night. It's to be expected.
Nothing wrong with being late in the initiative order,
Late bloomer.
especially when you're behind all of us anyway.
Yeah.
You'd have to push past us all anyway.
This way you don't have to worry about that because we'll hopefully be out of your way by the time you get to your turn.
You can do that. It's difficult terrain.
What we shall do this one again. Alrighty then. Starting off the fight. There we go. It is your turn, Floodbane. You begin.
Charge into the room.
And as you do so, you see these two men sort of getting up from their chair, beginning to pull out what looks to be a pair of scimitars each. Each with a scimitar.
Oh.
Actually,
Ooh.
each with a dagger.
I'm going to say, hostages, give them. Up or die. I'm going to blast them both with a breath weapon if I can find it on my character sheet. There it is.
Go for it. As you say hostages, they're just cold air just blasts straight from your mouth. What do they have to roll anything for that? It's
Dex save.
Dex saving.
DC 13.
DC 13. Dexterity. I don't know which one's which though. Hold on. Okay, cool. What happens if they save?
Half damage.
Half damage.
So 2.
Okay. You watch as the one to your right pushes out from the chair and slightly rolls, missing the brunt of the breath, while the other one just gets hit with it with a loud thud. The one to your left takes 5 points of damage, and the one to your right takes 2 or 3 points of damage. The one to your left is like severely winces. Is looking already pretty hurt from that.
I'll step back and say, yeah, and then try and assess how likely they are to take that and surrender and whatnot.
Give me the intimidation check.
Okay.
Hey.
Russ?
21. The one that was badly hurt, just out of sheer panic, drops his knife, his dagger, clink, clink. And while he's fumbling for his crossbow, you can see he's already panicked. The other one is looking still a bit more headstrong, a little bit more determined to fight.
I think that's my turn, yes.
You get the sense though that that threat has been made and they have acknowledged it and are on the precipice of probably giving up. They just are still in fight mode.
Yep.
Okay.
Cheers.
It is the one that barely took a hit's turn. He's going to rush at you with a dagger.
Didn't we get a surprise round?
Oh, you did too. Sorry, my bad. That is correct. It is all surprise.
Surprise!
You surprised me. Yes.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Rhapsody, you're up.
Okay.
The one that was barely hurt has his dagger out now and is ready to attack.
Okay. 15. Okay. And because it's... Where's the light coming from in this room? Is it another source? Or...
The light source seems to be coming from a candle they have on the table.
Okay. want to do is the question. Alright. I think I'm gonna drop the dancing lights.
No worries. Give me 1 second. I can.
Delete.
If you click on yourself, no, it's not a concentration spell, so it's not there. Okay, easy.
It is a concentration spell.
It just doesn't come up as like as an effect concentration spell that I can just disable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, good. They're gone.
Thank you. And I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on them both.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty, that's a dex saving throw. They both succeed.
Well,
Lame.
that is
Object.
unfortunate.
I guess they don't actually get any of those effects, do they?
No.
Nope. No.
It was a waste of a spell slot, is what it was.
A loud flash of rainbow light as they sort of just wince for a second, but come back. Again, the one on the left is still looking panicked as he's struggling to get his crossbow out.
Well, I think the last thing I'm going to do is look up at Dreamer and say, do you know what the loudest pet you can get is?
No, what?
A trumpet. And I'll start pulling out instruments.
Yeah.
And you get a bardic as well.
Very nice. That's your turn?
That's bonus action, movement.
Alrighty then. Trey, you're up. You can see now that the doors bust open that they... Actually, have both doors bust open? Yes, perfect. The light allows you to see what's going... You can start to see movement in there. With the dancing lights disappearing, it's all dark in front of you, but you saw your landscape around you. You're comfortable enough to get around and get to where you need to.
Oh, I forgot about that, sorry.
Oh, that's totally fine. I will jump step to here, which is what, 10 feet. Just because it's funny, I want to see if I can jump over Dreamer. Awesome.
Yeah. Give me a acrobatics check.
Okay.
Just to make sure you don't hit anything and tumble.
That's 10.
Yeah, that's more than enough, as long as it wasn't below 5. Dreamer, you feel a slight tap on the head, only barely, almost like a blade of grass touches you as Trey jumps over you and just slightly uses your head for just a second to sort of propel them a bit more forward.
He's great.
Gracefully leaping past and now landing next to you.
Goof just asked me to step aside.
Sorry, I
It's
wanted
not your
to
turn.
Sorry, I'm just new boot goofing. Take a step forward. Alright, so just to assess these guys right now. So the guy on he's badly injured. He's relatively injured. Okay. Is this guy still making threatening movements towards us? I know this guy's sort of fumbling with his crossbow right now.
Yeah, you get the sense that the red brand on the right is ready to lunge.
Okay. I will train my crossbow on him from a kneeling position, and just be like, yeah, just put it down, buddy. And I will hold an action to loose the bolt at his shoulder.
Yep.
Should he continue to make actions towards us?
Give me
which I would
another
need.
intimidation check.
Okay. Yes. And I should say that if I do end up shooting at him, I'd like it to try and be non-lethal. That's not a good intimidation check. I rolled a 1.
Oh, right, because you got lucky. Yeah.
I am a halfling. The 10.
Wait, hold on. Why is it going to give
Lucky
me...
is
Oh,
tough.
the first one was acrobatics, my bad. I was like, what? Why did you give it twice? No, cool. Wait, you roll a 1 on the acrobatics as well, originally.
I think I No, I didn't.
No, I
It was
didn't.
just that one for the intimidation.
I'm just I'm just having a look.
That's just part of the formula.
I see. Yeah,
Yeah,
the roll
Just
basically
set to
says
reroll ones.
reroll. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Smart. Cool. Winston. You get the sense that I'm going to add that onto the previous one. So what was the previous intimidation?
15.
21.
21.
No,
Yeah.
21, sorry.
He looks at it and sort of goes, and then, yeah, you're like, well, the threat is there, and now it being there twice, and now a gun pointed at him, I'll react based on that.
Okay, cool. Can I just end my turn by saying, just in a broad whisper, I'll be like, Sil, get in here. There's people to threaten.
Yes, Warp. It is definitely high noon. That was your turn, correct, Trey?
Yes, that was my turn. Thank you.
Okay, cool. No worries. You're up, Dreamer.
Dreamer will kind of look at Trey for a second, who didn't take the opportunity to shoot. Say, hesitation is death.
It's holding my action.
He'll pull the sickle and kind of outstretch it towards Floodbane, catching the last of his breath weapon and flinging that ice towards the injured Redbrand and casting Ice Knife.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Sick.
Also, with your bardic inspiration, I have magical inspiration now,
Ugh,
so you can add
good.
that to the damage of your spell attack if you need to.
Oh, we're going to kill both of them. This is awesome.
Yes. Yes,
Just
it
threatening
is.
them to the surrendering. I mean, maybe.
Okay, I want to hit
That's
this.
a cool feature.
Yeah,
That-
it's
that-
only the
is-
spells.
Is that a
though.
Tasha's thing?
I don't know.
I don't remember that being part of. That's cool.
Yeah, it is a Tasha's optional
That's
feature.
pretty sweet. Dexterity save, correct?
Actually, you know what? Can I move that after I've already...
Yeah, I can probably move it for you if not. Where best did you want it? In the middle?
Yeah. So the actual spell won't hit anyone because I'm
It
not
says
targeting
the target
anyone.
and each creature within 5 feet of it. I think the
Yeah, I think
yeah.
the way it's set up is as a radius, and it shouldn't be, right? It should be a square.
Yeah.
Because the Redbrand is... They are within 5 feet.
They're within 5 feet. I'll count it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I
The
will
target takes on the range
keep it
spell.
targeted on the one it is.
Hit or miss, the shard explodes. Okay, so on the range spell. So you have to roll to attack, is that right?
Yes.
Okay,
so
roll
the
to attack.
is
Yep.
on the one that is targeted.
Yep, and then the other guy does a dex save.
They both do a dex save, I believe.
Yep, each creature within
The
5
target
feet.
and each creature within 5 feet of it.
Okay.
Yep.
Make a dex
Thanking
save.
you.
So 25 on the initial attack.
Definitely hits.
Ooh, okay, hold on.
oh, max damage
That's
on the.
max damage on everything.
That's
That's
I
22
didn't see
points of damage.
Oh, wow.
That's
How
a
is-
max damage ice knife.
That is a max.
Yeah.
That's
damage.
insane.
I mean, you can still
love
add that
to say
bardic if
that.
you want to.
hey,
I could add the bardic if I wanted to do 28 points damage.
hey, Dreamer, how do you want to do this?
Yeah, I think she just catches the edge of the breath weapon with the sickle and flings it forward past Trey. As she does, it forms into a solid like spear of ice in midair.
The lingering mist of the breath weapon is still there, and as you grab it, you go to create these daggers that shoot out. But what instead you do is you basically grab that entire cone, and it just turns into a huge ice block, slamming against the both of them as they both get thrust against the wall and just collapse to the ground. Both of them dead.
Oh, gods.
That was a little scarier than I intended it to be fair.
And a thank you to ChanApple90 for the inspiration redemption against Trey. You now have your inspiration die back.
Hooray.
Aw,
thank you.
Beautiful.
thank you.
That ends the combat.
Yeah.
Sil just walks in and just
Uh,
goes, I thought you said there was someone for me to intimidate.
Yeah.
Trey just sort of like drops the crossbow real quick, and it's like, there was too a second ago. Wow, we're not really dealing with goblins anymore, guys. Is this how we're playing it?
Mo says thank you as well, Apple.
I mean,
Oh, these are windows.
these are people who have decided it's okay to take innocent citizens and torture them and do awful things to them.
Indeed.
I feel better about dealing with them in a similar fashion than goblins who were just doing what goblins do.
They would also not
some goblins have more of a farming and not necessarily raiding and killing lifestyle. Just saying.
They made a life choice, and there are consequences for certain choices and actions you do in life, and unfortunately, death is one of them.
Nor would they hesitate to kill us if the roles were reversed.
I'm not sure. I feel like I saw a bit of hesitation there, but hey, look, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page about this. But yeah, that's fine. No, look, it won't happen again. And just sort of give Dreamer a cat nod and just all right, well, next room.
Do they have anything on their persons?
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Yeah, can I do the same just for generally in the room? See if
investigation or perception to carry on Dreamer's, I guess, inspection of what's going on in this house.
What is up in this room?
Fliben, you take a look at the Redbrands. They look to be sort of more like watchers than they are fighters. They seem to have a dagger on them and just a small hand crossbow. Both of them seem to have some basic cloaks, Redbrand style cloaks.
Are the cloaks especially damaged? Nope.
I would say what got blasted them? Ice and
stabby
ice and ice.
Maybe blood.
I'd say they're a little bit tattered. Like they've got a couple of little nicks in them now from the ice shards. They're definitely they are cold and wet. But they're still usable.
I think I'll try and take those first. Are there any? I'm assuming there are no dragonborn around or are they all human?
They seem mainly human at this point in time. Though the cloaks aren't tailored, so they are easy enough to wear.
Typical to see riders too cowardly to
Well, there are some like says in the cloaks something
Very nice. In that case, I'll say that you have 2 red brand cloaks. I don't technically have an item for that, but I can easily just give you a cloak each for whoever wants them.
I'm not fast enough as a red brand anytime soon. I did small peoples.
I feel like we're very much you're short for a stormtrooper.
You know what? 2 of us though.
You're also a frog.
If we stacked on top
You
of it.
keep saying
Who has the highest strength
I
score?
don't understand what you mean.
What is a frog?
You know what a frog is. Frogs exist, right?
I do, but why do you keep being surprised that I am one? I don't know.
I'm not surprised by it. I'm just saying that being short is not your biggest concern when trying to pass as a red brand.
You don't know if there's other grung.
I'm just saying you're very distinct looking.
Just for the sake of it, I've given the cloaks to Floodbane and Syl.
Okay.
That's fair enough. I mean, look, maybe if we were to stack up, I'd be the face, but look, let's move on.
With a 23 perception and alongside that a 16 perception, this room looks to be, again, every room you've come across that is at least still somewhat intact, there's nothing fancy about it. It is old, it is run down, it would take a full renovation of this mansion to be considered livable areas. But what you could gather from this room is that this looks to be some sort of common room that the house used to have. The chimney just to the north looks like it's maybe been used just to keep warm. But what you gather from this is that this maybe is just like a little guard post for whatever this house is for these Redbrands.
Yeah.
With a 23, I'll say that alongside your entrance into this, you take a step back and see that while the footpath and the main tracks do seem to come into this room, they veer off to the south. To the south hallway.
Yeah, okay. Well, should we keep moving?
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm still a little rattled after the take no prisoners approach.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they took prisoners, so we take no prisoners, I suppose. That's just cause and effect.
Do we need the lights again, or are we going to take this candle?
The candle will probably attract less attention.
I'll also say, just as an obvious nature for anyone who roll perception, that you can see that there's windows or broken windows here to the east, which lead out to what looks to be a backyard. So this looks to be the end of the mansion. Peering out, you can see what looks to be maybe a little shed, a couple of trees. There's nothing fancy about this outside area, just that you have reached the end of the household.
Okay. Before we move on, would you like me to be more restrained? Is this what you're saying?
Oh no,
I can do that.
I was making an out of character joke, but I was more just
Well,
like,
this kind of
just wanna
is
make sure
a crack
everyone's
house
okay
for
with
sure.
this. Yeah, just we're fighting people now. That's fine. I can kill people.
Are you implying
Yeah, you
goblins on
don't
people?
sound sure, is what I'm saying. You sound very hesitant to murder someone.
No, I haven't murdered people.
For anyone interested, this is actually a house I used in
I will roll
the
myself a deception check.
in the
I've
side-
Totally killed people before.
in the side story we did,
sure.
like
I've
almost
totally
like a
killed people
prologue,
before.
little one shot that we did
I
about
didn't kill people.
3 to 6
and
months
that was
ago.
Actually,
Um,
well, it wasn't.
so for some of these people who are
problem,
playing, they actually do have an
anyway.
idea as to what's like of this
It's
house.
very confronting.
What's the
I'm a
deception?
big boy.
Is that you?
The
Is that you
deception
doing it
tells
to
you
yourself?
nothing.
Is that you just tell
No,
yourself that you're a big boy?
No, that's for me, for the dreamer asking if I've ever killed anyone before. Like a human. But anyway, it's fine. Let's move on.
All right. Would you like me to continue taking point, or?
I think you're on it for now.
All right.
You,
Your torch should still be active, yeah? Yeah, it is. Cool.
yeah. I just sort of like whisper to Rhapsody as they go past him, like, I'm not upset about them taking the lead.
The movement of dust seems to lead towards the east.
Okay.
And as you get to the exit of this house, you see again a battered door that's no longer usable. But the tracks that you noticed out on the outskirts seem to also wind back to this door. Both paths now seem to lead down the stairwell to what looks to be a basement.
Ah. The basement.
Sorry,
theory
is the
is
basement
correct.
stair entrance outside or through maybe this door?
So you can
No,
actually
it's
you can
exactly
actually see
where I am.
you can see there's like the with the torch the light bounces off and it's like a small stone stairwell that goes down. It is finely made.
Ray clicks his fingers and he's like, basement, called it.
Indeed.
I will also say that
That's
Aisha would
kind
have
of-
turned off that light in that room. 'Cause-
Yeah.
Awesome. We heading down the stairwell?
Yeah. Hesitation is death.
I'll just be like, close quarters, gang.
Very
Small rooms.
well. Give me 1
Low ceilings.
second as I just get some details set up here.
Somebody throw a flashbang.
I can just bring out my lights again.
And play the drums, and that's basically a flashbang.
That's true. Just
Play the
on all
drums?
turn on all the lights and hit your drums at the same time.
Yeah.
We'll say Dreamer would have walked in first. Ooh, this is going to be rough. Okay.
What's going to be rough?
The
Sean?
grid space doesn't allow for everyone to sort of arrive here.
So we're talking about the amount of people that we're about to walk in on.
Okay. I'll say open up the door and walk on in, and just don't go anything past this side of the grid. Okay. Just So you're basically that where you are, and here is all you can go. No, not that far. All right. Let me
So
drag
just here.
everyone else in.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not there.
Here and here.
Ah.
Okay. And then one last person I need to drag in. Okay. No one move for a second. All right.
Done.
As you head down the stairwell, let me get some details up here. You get to a doorway which then opens up, and the door opens onto a 5-foot wide landing that is 15 feet above a large cellar, with stone steps descending on the floor in 2 short flights. Another door stands beneath the stairs to the north, just here. A large stone cistern occupies the western part of the room, whose walls are lined with kegs and barrels. The lights themselves, as you can see, are currently lit. So this looks like this is a lived-in area. And you now have freedom of movement again.
Does this look like it may have been a cellar at some point, like the original use of this room?
Absolutely. This definitely looks like it is like a storage room, a cellar of the house.
Okay. What am I looking at in this corner?
In what corner?
It's a jug. I thought it was someone's head. There's a random art asset that I couldn't identify. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay.
We've got lanterns. We've got this water feature thing.
Mm-hmm.
Does the water smell magical at all?
Give
I
me
put my hand over it and do my...
Give me a perception check.
So it's not an Arcana check.
And I'll say, for this date, guys, any doors you see in this room, do not open them until I say so.
Okay.
Oh, you could just lock them. Was it middle click?
I could do that, yeah. That's a good point. And I'll just say if they're unlocked or not. Alrighty, perception. What have we got there? A 10. The water itself does not seem magical. Like, it seems like it's just pouring out of the cistern there in the center of it. It looks to be like potentially like a washing station, or even maybe just a display piece for the fanciness of this house.
Does it look...
Everything down here is in much more pristine condition than upstairs. This area has not suffered from, apart from just general wear and tear, it has not suffered from the same erosion of years of dilapidation.
So it looks clean, the water?
It is, yeah. It looks to be like a flowing
Like
water,
it's
almost like
maintained?
almost like it's cyclical, like it's like a fountain.
Yeah, but it's not rusty or anything like that from...
It looks
maintained
it's
pipes or
definitely
anything,
drinkable.
or-
It probably wouldn't be the cleanest of water.
Okay. It's a very nice fountain.
Can I hear anything going on the other side of this door?
Yeah. Give me a perception check. $11. Okay, cool. As you sort of take a look around and have a listen out for everything, there is 2 things that point out, and I'll say, Flibben, you also pick this up just with a 10. But with an 11, you take a listen into the door itself, and there is some similar noise, like slight shuffling in the room in front of you, or in the doorway, from the doorway itself. With a 10 and an 11, the 2 of you sort of like begin to point these things out quietly, and as you do so, you actually notice a odd reflection or a refraction of light shining from the cistern itself as well. A slight glow.
Is there anything interesting on the ceiling?
Nothing on the ceiling. Standard sort of stonework. This is all stone-based masonry.
Okay. Maybe this is just me, the player, being dumb, but can I get a sense of where it might be reflecting from?
Yeah,
Or is it more a property of the water?
As you narrow in on it, you notice that again, like the glow seems to be coming from underneath, like under the water itself. And as you sort of trace along, you actually see that there seems to be a small rope that actually is tied up against the sort of cistern tap that's been sort of just haphazardly tied there.
Is it very deep?
The rope itself goes further down into the water. It's about 10 foot deep, just from a cursory glance.
Oh, I can jump in.
Would you like to check it out?
Yeah.
Can I put up an arm to stop and then experimentally shut my staff down to see if I can pull me up to maybe not hit the bottom.
Yeah.
But yeah, see if
You put the staff in and sort of swirl around. You sort of focus on where that rope sort of comes from and goes down into the water, and as you do so, you feel it actually does snag on the rope. So it does seem like it's drooped down and just like loosely flowing in there.
want to give it a go.
Yeah.
You do what, sorry?
I said give it a go, as in explore, as Jess said Rhapsody was planning to.
Okay, you're jumping in, Rhapsody?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, there's a wall there, so I'll just throw you in there myself. Cool. You jump on in and swim down 10 feet. And it is dark in here, because as the light sort of disappears, because there's no light actually coming from it. The glow is sort of more like a weird refractionary thing. But you do, with enough dim light, you can see that there is like a little satchel in there tied to the rope.
Ooh. Can I bring it up?
Yeah.
All right.
You bring it up.
do that.
Let me just quickly move you here, because I think if I do this, boop, yeah.
It's the little things that's so neat.
Yeah.
You see, this little satchel. It looks to be like a waterproof satchel, and it's small. It's only like about a purse size.
They wanted to keep it safe, whatever it was.
As you are you opening it? What are you doing with it?
I'd like to try and poke the cover off with my staff from like a good distance.
Yeah.
You slightly lift it up. It looks, again, being waterproof, it's sort of sealed, so it's hard to open like that. The latch seems to be much more tighter.
I might be able to assist if we're careful about not touching us.
Ooh.
Yep. I don't actually know if it allows you to create a token, but either way, with Mage Hand, are you? What does your Mage Hand look like? Because is it visible or is it invisible? I can't remember how Mage Hand works.
Yeah,
It's only invisible if you're a
spectral floating hand.
trickster.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does this Mage Hand look like then, Sil?
It is the left hand, so the undamaged hand, but it's just a slightly ethereal purple glow around it.
Because it's purple.
This hand comes up and grabs the edge of the satchel, and with a bit of force, not a lot, but enough, it can pop open, and just loosely opens up.
And what's inside? A spectator?
Nope, it was just the seal is tight enough to stop water from getting in. That a stick probably couldn't have loosened it. Inside, you find a potion of healing, a interestingly blue, cloudy liquid vial.
Ooh.
There seems to be a set of ordinary travel clothes and 50 gold pieces.
Ooh.
I wonder if this is a go bag of some kind.
Yeah.
I'll
Probably would be something
add
for someone
that
to escape
all
with.
to the party inventory.
I'm guessing it's an unrevealed item, and we are to use the honor system to not reveal
Yeah,
it.
I will need to... Hold on a second. Unidentified. Yep, there we go. Consumer... Another 50 there. And some travel clothing. There we go.
Can we keep the
awesome.
satchel as well?
I'd say you can definitely keep the satchel. Yeah, I don't have a item piece for that, but
Okay.
I'll just put it. I'll make a note of it.
Just feel like a waterproof satchel might come in handy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agree.
I've added one.
1 times waterproof satchel. I'll put it in the description section.
What are the requirements for identifying?
I'd say if you want to give me
an
an Arcana check to sort of see if you can get a better idea of it, I'd say you wouldn't be able to get the full amount of it until you actually identify it fully.
Could I make an argument for my herbalism kit proficiency?
Yeah, absolutely.
Seeing as
I would
used for
allow that.
making potions?
Yep, absolutely. herbalism or arcana would be fine for this. Beautiful.
Oh, that's so many 20s.
Hell yeah.
As you as you begin to look over this, you actually get a better sense of the materials inside, and your brain starts to click towards certain arcane elements. The cloudiness seems to be sort of like an obscuration of some sort, and as you begin to look into it further and further, you realize that this is a potion of invisibility.
Oh.
Which I will now reveal to in the inventory.
Valuable.
Sounds like a lot of fun too.
Definitely looks like an escape bag for someone then.
Indeed.
Are we able to recall what we know of the previous owners of this from this campaign?
You can roll me a history check if you'd like, because there's been a few details thrown your way.
Not the most historically Dragon Ball inclined.
Alrighty, 8. There's nothing that would suggest who left this bag. There's no specific markings on the satchel. The water has kept it clean, so it's hard to tell how long it's been there. Yeah.
Okay.
You can make an
No
assumption
worries.
it's some kind of leader or someone that's inside the red, whoever's in here. If this is a Redbrand hider, it could be a Redbrand escape thing.
They might be a spy trying to help.
Could
Could
be.
get out if they get caught.
Maybe.
Actually,
an
just to
ally.
point out, while you are on this floor as well, I should also do this. There we go.
Yay, something just happened.
What did you... Oh, there's a door there.
Yes, just to sort of show you what this underside of the floor looks like. Now that you're down the stairwell.
Well, we have 2 doors. One of them... Well, did you say that I heard noises through this?
There seems to
one?
be like just basic shuffling, similar to like what you heard up
Okay.
in the common room upstairs.
Does anyone want to check the other door to see if they hear anything there?
Isn't that where we came in?
No, so
we came
you
in
up
from
the
above.
stairwell and then around. So this
Yeah,
so
this is
to be clear, so
under the
this is
stairwell.
where you came down the stairs to this floor, and then this is what it looks like underneath that stairwell. There's like an archway with a door into that.
Playing with elevation.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Yeah.
cool feature of this.
Layers. This map has layers.
This one, this is our Forgotten Adventures map set. So like they put a lot of interactable parts in it. So like I can basically just go, okay,
Nice.
everyone, lights off, lights on.
Good night.
Bedtime.
I don't want to go to
And
bed.
actually, I think if I go lights out, you'll actually see that the glow comes through a bit more on that water, where the satchel was. It's like a little pulsing little dot.
Oh, yeah. Very cool.
Ooh.
Can I press near up to this door down here and see if I hear him?
Yeah, I'll say, give me another perception check.
Dirty.
You listen in, and there doesn't seem to be any noise coming through between that door. What you do hear, though, is like it's interesting. Like you can hear the air sort of passing through under the doorway, but oddly enough, a similar sound gains your attention to the southwest of the room.
Going to... If that's revealed, can I investigate?
Yeah, we'll say, Dream, you would have pointed that out.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. As you sort of have a feel on this wall, you actually notice it starts to move it. And the door and the wall itself begins to sort of swing open,
Secret time.
revealing a secret doorway.
Oh,
I mean, we have to
Interesting.
That's a
check out
neat
the
feature
secret.
of Foundry VTT.
Not sponsored.
Can I creep
But happy to be.
slowly towards this corner and
Yeah.
crouch down behind it?
As you begin to walk forward, it is all dim lighting at this point. There doesn't seem to be any candlelight down this pathway. It does seem to then zigzag into another room. Looking out, it looks like this opens up into a far more broader area. It's hard to tell what's in that room at this stage. Creeping around, you begin to see what looks to actually be more of an exposed cavern.
Oh, damn. It exposed.
I'm holding
Alright.
the secret door open for everyone.
The door doesn't actually seem to like swing
thank
shut. It just
you.
seems to like basically like it needed a little bit of pressure just to sort of push open. It's very rigid in its movement.
I tip my hat regardless.
As you begin to walk forward, I'll get you to pull stop there for me, please. Can I get Fluban? Can you roll me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh, goody.
Oh no.
Saving throw. Give me us. It's probably not a success.
Okay, thank you.
This is a very low level effect. Okay. Do I experience anything?
Just like there's like an odd, like you get an odd sort of tingle on the back of your neck.
I think my scales are a bit dry.
Before you
go see
go
the
on, sorry,
apothecary and get you a
as
tincture.
you walk forward, you hear a sound. Is everyone following up? Because I feel like, again, like, yeah, you've sort of pushed pretty quickly. I feel like no one's actually caught up to you at this stage, other than maybe the Dreamer and Rhapsody, so...
Oh yeah, I was sort of gonna like beckon and go forward, volunteering to take point, but not investigate on my own. That's my intention.
You hear a voice in your head. Give me 1 second. I need to change my Discord. Okay.
Oh shit.
Where are you going, young boy?
I'm not a boy. I say out loud.
Okay. I mean, we can talk about that another time. That's
Gender's a
perfectly fine.
construct. It's fine,
Hey,
whatever
hey.
gender you are.
I agree, but I don't think now is the time, Floodbane.
Oh, sorry.
What?
I've turned
No,
off
a
mute.
voice. I think we're being watched. Or there's a resident spirit here or something. Am I able to get a sense of what kind of... It's not that funny.
Nobody's
Oh,
laughing.
that was in my head
Floodbane.
again, wasn't it?
Okay. Yes. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I think maybe he's hearing a voice like when you speak to his inner brain.
Oh,
Dreamer, roll me a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
gladly.
And before I'll give you some details in just a second, I just need to quickly check a detail on your sheet. Where's your features? Alright, cool. Thank you. You get a similar tingle up your neck, but it becomes more prominent because it's almost like a sensation that you felt as you've tried to reach out to others in the past. What seems like a psychic link to your mind has been, you block.
How interesting. I think you might be right, Rhapsody.
Wait, so somebody else is here seeing our brains and talking into them?
It
Something is definitely in
seems
this cave.
like it. Should we come in too?
Perhaps just wait a second. Let me check something real quick. I need to be able to see a creature to use telepathic link. I mean, you can come in, but be on your guard.
Okay.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Thank you. The prickly sensation hits your neck as well. Everyone's going to get this prickly sensation as they walk on in. Trey, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Sure thing.
And Syl, give me a wisdom saving throw. Syl, you're able to resist. The effect of people talking to you in your mind is not new to you. And you're able to resist it, blocking out any sort of... That tickling sensation, again, is weak. But Trey, you feel it as well. To anyone who did not pass a 15, the hairs or like that sort of goosebumps on the back of your neck, sort of like as if like, ooh, something's just touched you there, as hits you severely, whereas everyone else is just sort of like, ooh, weird breeze.
Show yourself, creature.
You wish me to reveal myself? And you all hear this. As
Yes, please.
stepping out from the corner of what looks to be a crevasse. Let me actually describe this room for you. I probably was worth pointing out. A cold breeze softly sighs in this large natural cavern, carrying the faint scent of decaying flesh. A crevasse with sloped walls divides the cavern and is flanked by two rough stone columns that support this 20-foot high ceiling. Two arched wooden bridges span the chasm. Poking their head out from the outside, or from the edge of that column, you see a monstrous beast, a large, big green eye, bristles and spikes, almost like reptilian in nature, sort of spanning down their humanoid-like body. And a large, toothy maw that opens up and breathes. But anytime it talks, its mouth does not move. It just comes through in your mind. Oh, I see I've been seen. Hello, you dear friends.
Hi.
Is it obvious, like, being sarcastic? Like, we're obviously not its friends? Or is it just maybe kind of a playful
It's a
weirdness?
playful tone. It's like a, ooh, who's this?
Hi, we don't mean to disturb you. We're after, there's these, mercenary guys who are bad. They're holding captives and stuff.
Show them the cloaks.
The Redbrands.
Oh, okay, yes, the Redbrands. You're not their friend, are you?
I'm a friend to all who help me.
Have they been helping you? Guys, they didn't say yes or no.
I'd say that... Wait. So, excuse me, is this your cave?
I call this my home, indeed.
And these Redbrands are staying in it. You've allowed them to.
As guests?
It's a shared accommodation. This, as he gestures down to follow the crevasse, is mine.
See.
Well, we don't want to disturb you, of course. But there's captives we want to rescue. Would that be okay with you?
You're looking for someone?
Yes.
Friends that were taken.
Again, not talking through its mouth, but you can see like a bit of like a tongue sort of like as like sort of saliva drills out of its mouth. I can help with that for a price.
Oh?
What, do you want?
What do you have? I like shiny arcanic things.
Oh.
I may have something that may be of interest to you. I pull out a jade statuette of a frog.
Okay. And are you... What are you doing with this?
Trina will...
Oh, we also have that
really.
moss agate.
Yeah, we do. Is it safe for me to walk on the bridge?
If you'd like.
Okay, that doesn't fill me with confidence.
No.
I mean, is this gap only 5 feet wide?
This area here, it's about 5 to 10 feet across. You would need to make an acrobatics check to make sure you can leave it. The crevice itself goes down about 20 to 30 feet.
Well, I can leave the number of feet equal to my strength score if I have a run up.
That's true. Yeah, of course, but okay, I'll allow it. In the heat of the moment, though, it will need an acrobatics check. Because it is all loose rock on the side. It's not specifically it's not a sharp edge.
Fair enough. Are you just walking across the Dreamer?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put the frog on the ground in front of me.
And you can see that as you get closer, it's got 2 little nostril slits just below its large eye, and it's sort of... This is just trinkets. I want magic. Give me magic items.
Damn.
Does potion of healing count? Oh,
Minuscule goods. Give me things that are powerful, and I will help you in your endeavor.
How could you help us?
I'm getting an inside check.
Yeah, give me an insight check. I could show you where one of them is.
I mean, we could just find that information ourselves, right?
could I ask, how would you not help us if we don't give you an item?
This guy is, or this thing is creepy still, like for 100%. There's no doubt about it. It's hard to tell what its intentions are. It seems to be selfish.
I don't trust this thing at all.
Are you able to size it up and see like how dangerous it is?
You can give me a perception check.
Yeah, I was going to ask, would I know what this creature is at all?
Yeah, give me a nature check. A nature or arcana.
Ooh.
I'll say you don't know the specifics of what this creature is in terms of like name, but you are aware of how maybe it's formed. This is a kind of creature that where magic has corrupted it. Potentially maybe even a mage, or just someone who has abused the power of magic to the point that it's now overwhelmed them. For metagaming, it is a Nothic.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But yeah, like you know that power corrupts, and this thing has let itself basically golemize itself into this beast of just pure magical want and need.
I attempt to like slink up here this way, and use this, pretending I'm just going to use this bridge because I like it more, but also like trying to get a view of whatever's over here.
Yeah, you can walk up there if you'd like.
We're trying to draw like as little attention as possible. Say, just gonna and then just casually, and then take a real good stare over here.
Yeah, give me a perception check. Okay, I'm going to allow this. I'm going to be kind in this nature. Before you take a step onto the bridge, you notice that this bridge itself is loose and on the verge of collapse.
Ooh, okay.
As you look around, you see, from this perspective, you can see two things. Obviously, there is what looks to be like more of a rocky stairwell to the east of where everyone else is. Sorry, to the west of where everyone else is. You can see a similar kind of... Again, what it looks like is that this area basically has... What looks to be a cellar is actually maybe more of a dungeon or crypt hidden behind the walls. And where this crevice is, it's been carved and put aside, but then the walls have been rebuilt further on into this building. The stairwell looks to lead to the stairs up to the northwest look to lead to like another section of this crypt. To the north, you see what looks to be a storeroom. And in the storeroom, where is it? Looks to be like dressed in stone block walls and a flagstone floor. Several barrels are stored against there, along with empty crates, straw for packing, hammers, pry bars, and nails.
Okay. I'll take a back up and then just sort of take like a nice casual running leap over here.
Don't wander too far away, friend.
No, I just thought I liked this bridge more, but then I changed my mind. I just came to say hello.
If you have nothing to offer me at this time, then I suggest you leave.
I'll look to the rest of the party.
I will use my telepathic link to communicate with Floodbane and Syl.
Mm-hmm.
Just say, I do not like this creature.
No, neither.
It shifts to you and snarls.
I'm not a fan of you either, young one.
Interesting.
That's quite rude of you.
Rude?
I'll say it.
You intrude in my home?
Well,
You ally yourself with our enemy.
It's true, she's got you there.
It seems we are at odds.
You should all watch yourself.
how large is this creature physically?
It's about human
I think you
size.
said large.
It's it's medium in size by rule standards, so it's about maybe 6 foot.
Okay.
Sort of like again, sort of maybe less because it's sort of hunched, but it's crawly. It's large in nature, but still like sort of spindly in creature.
Big, long, lanky thing.
Yeah, like again, like it's humanoid in shape, but like the arms are a bit longer than usual. The fingers are turned into more claws. What was one eye is now sort of merged into a single large eye. Think the Abomination from the Incredible Hulk. Kind of like again, like sort of bone protrusions and spines. Everything about it is disfigured and disformed. It turns back to you, Flabane, and goes,
You should watch what you do, young Dragonborn, lest you lose another friend in a lightning strike.
What did you just say? I probably can't really ask if it's reading my mind or actually knows something about my past. Probably a bit too much.
Give me a wisdom check. Flat wisdom check.
Also, for clarification, was that just Floodbane he was speaking to then?
No.
Did we all hear that?
Every time he talks, he's talking in your mind, but he's rating it as if he's speaking.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if he just spoke to Floodbane in that particular sentence, or if we all heard it.
With the 20 wisdom, that is definitely a insight into something he should not know.
I'll probably take a step forward unconsciously. Sort of jaw set in probably an aggressive manner.
As you do so, again, it takes one more step back, and it now has its eye firmly on you.
I'll let like a round's worth of time pass as I sort of try and process this and fume. What the hell is it talking about?
Do you help or do you hinder? What say you all?
We have nothing to offer you.
Did the Redbrands have anything you want that they're not giving you?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
They give me plenty. Glassstaff is very giving in his offerings. But he still hides things from me. Should you be willing to maybe procure his goods and offer them to me, I will let you pass.
Oh, good. That sounds like what we want, right?
Indeed. You know who this glass stuff is, then?
I do.
Who, is he? This will help us help you.
The eye is still firmly fixed on you, and the pupil seems to be shrinking down a little bit as it stares at you.
That is not an answer I am willing to give to people who give me nothing in return.
Well, anyway, how can we retrieve his goods if we don't even know where he is? Yeah?
He resides in this crypt.
Cool. Which way?
I offer you nothing more.
All right. I'll turn to the rest of the party.
I don't have anything for this gentleman.
I didn't hear that, sorry.
Sorry, I don't have anything to offer this gentleman. Perhaps we should move on.
I feel uneasy about it, but fine.
Okay, we'll go, this way? I'll, like, gesture, over this direction.
I just sort of like walk up to the dreamer as they're moving away and just sort of as quietly as I can whisper be like, what's the alternative?
No prisoners?
Just sort of glance around at the rest of the party.
I didn't say it was a good alternative.
Syl has been standing there clicking his fingers massively, just like...
My jaw is set, probably like as aggressively as you've seen it, other than maybe immediately after Kuiper's death when I was being shot by crossbow and glaring into Crag's face before I fell unconscious. I'm not happy with this guy.
Neither.
No. How are you looking there, Rhapsody?
I don't like him much at all.
I just sort of like turn around to this strange little creature, man, and be like, well, see, the problem is, you have knowledge of my friend that you shouldn't, and extremely rude for you to have addressed that to them without any sort of permission or anything like that. Do you want to maybe apologize at the very least?
What does a noble like you know about secrets?
Just sort of like try to sort of stop for a second and then just snort and be like, what, you can't tell by the clothes I'm wearing under this adventuring gear that I'm a noble? That's not very prescient of you, sir. I'd say we know a lot about secrets, actually. Surely the most powerful are the ones who'd want to keep the most things hidden.
Either gift me or run along to your dragon hunts. I have no quarrels with you.
Oh, he doesn't.
Tell me, creature, you know any secrets about me?
At this point, the eye shoots back to you, Dreamer, and it's sort of no voice, but it's just again from its mouth.
That's what I thought.
Dreamer, my eyes are flicking between you and the creature. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. What?
I was gonna say what?
I meant to undo it, and then I did it again. And my
Feels on brand.
hands are gripping my staff quite tightly.
That's very well, but I'm sorry, I don't think my friend received an apology.
Rima will just turn around to look at Syl and Rhapsody.
Syl is still clicking their fingers, the purple arcane dancing off their fingertips.
No prisoners.
You know what? We really need to come up with a symbol for signal for something like this. Can I?
We did. It's no prisoners.
It's no prisoners. Yep, unleashing.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
I'm reading a booming blade attack.
He was more than ready for a fight because he is reading your thoughts. So we will be going into an initiative in our next session.
Oh, God damn it.
I have to fight a Norfolk.
Oh, yes. Jeez, you guys just blazed through this area, didn't you?
Yeah, well, that secret door.
I mean, the secret door, that was a really good find, but there's a reason I was tiptoeing around this little guy right here. But, hey, no, yeah, sorry, that was absolutely my bad for letting that go further than it needed to, probably.
Very nice. This is a interesting one because, again, like, Nothics have basically a insight feature, but I found an awesome homebrew ruling that basically allowed me to do more with him, so...
I like it.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, we will come back to this next session, where the gang fights a Nothic in a central cavern after only just arriving into a basement that they have not really investigated much of. So who knows what could
We were
happen.
trying to, and then this guy was being fucking weird about it.
We're speedrunning this dungeon, and I'm gonna steal all this guy's shit.
Yeah. I mean, we found the satchel. What more was there? Like...
I mean, there was the
What the
door
doors
with...
that we didn't know.
There was the two actual doors of the basement, not...
Hey, you can't give us a secret door and then expect us to ignore it.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good, though.
This is exactly what happened when Kuiper died, though. We went through that secret tunnel.
Yeah. Straight
think
into
we
so
would've
smart.
learned.
I was like, oh, I can climb good. I can...
I
Yeah.
look forward to seeing what you guys do here. But yes, we will come
yeah.
back to this next Tuesday if everyone is free to do so.
Yes.
Yep. Planning to be.
Awesome.
Yeah.
In that case, gang, thank you so much for your time tonight. Truly appreciate it. To Lydia Gammy and Shan Apple for the support tonight with the follow and the inspiration. I hope everyone watching has had a lovely time. Let's do a quick shout out to our team here. Unfortunately, Ted and Adam don't really have much to announce, but unless there's something that's changed over the past fortnight. Anything you guys want to spruik?
Nope.
Join the Discord to hear all their lovely D&D tales.
Exactly right. That's where I was going to go with that. They play a.
Sorry.
That's right. That's not perfect.
Cut you off.
They play a live action D&D session in person. So yeah, definitely go jump on the Discord, hear the stories they tell based on that and a couple of other games they play. Rainbow, you have a lovely Twitch stream. How's that going?
Yeah, I've been on and off for a bit because of illness, but no, we're good. Doing Tears of the Kingdom on Mondays, Persona 3 on Fridays, and we're not doing a speedrun this weekend. We're replacing it with a draw all 151 original Pokemon stream.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like
Sunday.
that. Ooh, definitely give that a check out there. His link is in the chat box now. The Plot Hook, aka Alex, also streams. He does D&D and amongst other games. What else are you playing at the moment?
Nothing currently. But Waterdeep Dragon Heist comes back tomorrow.
Yes.
Woo!
Now that we have
Yeah.
all of our players back and we're no
Nice.
longer traveling. So that will be a lot of fun.
It should be good.
Yeah.
I think we're starting to get into some areas there where there's going to be a few mysteries abound. I'm starting to...
Mysteries are afoot, indeed.
Lobster Jess does some amazing drawings, which you can find on our Discord, on both mine, Rainbow's, and Plot Hook's Discords. So definitely just jump in, come hang out with our crew here, and you'll see some great artwork from her. You may have seen on the chalkboard here from time to time that picture of the original drawing of Rhapsody is on display for everyone to see.
Good boy.
Yeah, great artist. Love her work.
Aw.
Anything else you want to promote?
Nope.
No, but you definitely just made me cry then.
Oh,
We almost got away with it, but
Yeah.
I had
And you
a
said nice things about me.
I had a make Lobster Just cry moment ready to go at any point tonight. I was like, well, I'm ready just to pull this little thread here. I'm ready. But no. Thank you so much to everyone who jumped in. Thank you to our players. Truly appreciate it. You've been great once again. We'll be back next stream. I may try and stream Thursday. I'm not sure just yet. We'll see how health and after work feels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Until then, gang, have a great day, a great night, a great time frame wherever you are. And we'll see you next stream. Ciao.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.